at a bar and they're like the same price as the alcoholic beer, and that just makes me angry. And it's like, give me a fucking double shot.
So you're still living the same experience. That way, there's nothing.
You pay the same. You live the same,
yeah.
and you pay the same at a bar.
It's just, I just get at that point. I'm like, just give me fucking water or give me a double shot of whiskey. You know, like I'm not gonna do this in between bullshit.
Bazooka Shack.
Hey.
Do. Good day, gang.
What's going on, crew?
I've missed y'all.
Yeah, we hanging.
Thanks, y'all.
What up?
Happy Saturday.
We hanging.
Happy Saturday.
This past week was stressful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
agree,
me,
man. It's been, busy as hell. Crazy
busy,
weather.
Man. Busy.
Apparently in Lakewood, there was like a crazy borderline tornado, and some place up in the mountains, like whole neighborhoods got tore up. Yeah, so,
There's a tornado in my hometown. I was talking to my mom.
Tornado.
And there's a tornado that actually like touched down in my hometown. Like I've never heard about that ever happening. It's pretty wild shit.
Yeah.
And I asked her if she went to the basement, and she's like, "No, I just didn't really feel like going down there." I'm like, "Mom, there's a fucking tornado. You gotta get down in the basement."
Yeah, you gotta get to safety.
Yeah. And like our house, like it's not brick. It's just like cheap plywood and shit. Like that would rip apart.
Right.
Even with a small tornado, I feel like.
Yeah, I just love how unbothered she was. Just like, I couldn't be bothered. I had a quiche in the oven.
Ain't no tornado gonna hit over here. We good.
Yeah.
That's like that Floridan cockiness where they're just like,
Oh,
a
yeah.
hurricane? I can deal with that. It's like, no, you fucking can't.
So your
let's
ass
go
is
to the
literally
beach.
on water.
Ooh.
Or they have like the houses that like hang literally over a fucking cliff. Like all the water.
Yeah, with the fucking water.
Yeah, dude. It's like, that's not gonna last, bro.
Just the simple concept, like, legit, like, I can deal with a hurricane. Motherfucker, water is in the air. It's not supposed to be in there. Not in that crazy amount of quantities moving at that speed. Like, what is wrong with you? That's why, like, all the time I've debated, like, oh, man, Miami seems like it'd be such a cool place to live. It's party city. You get all the good drugs for cheap.
Right.
But then I just think about the hurricane, and I'm just like, no. That just sounds terrible.
Well, that just puts your swimming into effect. See how well you can swim in a hurricane.
No, how well can you pack all your shit up in your car and leave at any moment's notice?
Just like my daddy. Hey. Yeah, having a house in like Tornado Valley, it's kind of like having a throwaway house. Like, that's not guaranteed it's gonna be there for very long.
Yeah, that's the place you rent.
Yeah, for sure.
When the oceans are rising, it's just gonna swallow up Florida
And California.
and California. Well, that's good because there's too many fires there anyway.
Hey, maybe we'll finally be near a real beach.
Oh, it'd be closer. The drive will be way shorter.
Be 2 hours instead of the fucking
Hell yeah.
16 or whatever.
Cool. So future beach trip
Yes.
in like 20 years.
Yes.
When Florida's gone.
I'm gonna learn how
What's
to surf.
Florida?
What? Florida?
Like Pangea, but like, did it really exist? They'll have like a new Florida.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, later on in the new millennia.
Yeah.
Or like they'll just be like the island of Jacksonville or like some. I'm not sure what in Florida has like the high points if there would be any like islands left. Because I know in California they would have some islands just because they do have some mountains and shit.
Do you think it's a conspiracy that Florida kind of happens to look like a jalapeno?
Whoa.
Wait.
I'm trying to gracefully transition into this little topic that has been submitted.
Wait, did you just say Florida looks like a jalapeno?
Kind of looks like a jalapeno. Look, I'll show you.
No, he's right. I'm just saying he just blew my mind.
Oh God, the big screen.
Jamie, pull that up.
I'm trying. Where's my mouse? There we go. Boom. I'm literally gonna look up Florida
Jalapeno.
jalapeno. Oh, good God! How the fuck do I zoom in? There we go. Okay.
Wait, so anyways, so you were saying transition to jalapeno. Alex, you had something about jalapenos, right?
Yes, getting slapped with a jalapeno.
I need more. Like, what do you mean by that?
I mean, I was just thinking, I was like, what would be a very spicy way to get back at somebody? I think slapping somebody with a nice, flat jalapeno to the face, like, might make, like someone actually cry.
Well, no, because, like, unless you're, like, breaking the juices as you're smacking them and it's getting in their eye or
Yes,
something.
it's plumped. It's juicy like a tomato.
I'm
Just sensitive to where the juice
I'm just
comes
saying,
out.
if it, for whatever reason, doesn't get in their eye, you're just smacking them with a vegetable.
Yeah, but it gets to their nose. They start.
Yeah, but it's not a nasal spice, so I don't think that would bug me too much.
Maybe not.
Sounds like a hate crime
Definitely a hate crime.
Yeah, definitely a hate crime.
against jalapenos.
See, look, that definitely looks like a jalapeno.
But what if it was like a restaurant and it was a weird like kink thing where like you watch your guacamole get made,
looks
but
like
there's
a
just
pistol.
some dude who's into
does.
BDSM like being taught or whatever, and he's just there and he's just being beaten like with the avocado to smash it, and then the jalapeno or whatever, and they're just like making the guacamole using this guy's face,
Ooh.
and he's paying for it because he like
Wait.
gets off on the humiliation of it.
Word? How much? Any idea?
Like, we're charging people who eat here and watch that? Or, like, how much that guy, we charge him?
Yeah. Like
I say
there's probably a pretty good market for
the
that, right?
volunteers,
Like,
the
no one's
guys
offering
who
that.
we charge, we do a cheaper rate for them because I imagine there's not too many of them. So, they only got to pay, like, $20.
Not bad.
Because really, it's like they're paying us to work for us.
True.
Now, for the people watching, they're paying an inflated rate like it's Casa Bonita.
like it's
Like,
the
it's
show.
not going to be good guacamole. We made it smashing it on this dude's face.
Like it's Fruit Ninja or something.
But it's the show that you're paying for.
This sounds disgusting. I don't know what that.
Can we call it the show you're
it's not
paying for?
you. But the people who it is for, we're charging $80 per person.
Yeah.
Wait, so they just get off on seeing the dude get slapped, and then they want that guacamole? Is that?
Well, yeah, they don't have to eat the guacamole,
Yeah.
but it's like Casa Bonita. Like, you're there for the show, and if you're really hungry enough, you can eat what we made.
Yeah.
Is it just avocados? Is there like
Well, no, it's guacamole. So, like, the jalapeno, the avocados, the tomato to make the pico de gallo, like, anything in theory that you need to break up to put into the guac or whatever ingredients we're making, you break it by smashing on the dude's face.
Does this person have a beard or any acne?
Do they have a costume?
No, we make him shave.
All right, well, that's good.
Any costume, or are they just?
Yeah,
going
no,
for it?
we're still following, like, all health code,
So is his,
shit.
is
With the exception of face.
His face is sanitized beforehand.
Yes.
Professional.
Yeah, COVID friendly and everything. During COVID, we make them wear a mask.
There's a room where a masked professional will come and shave like your beard and your face and talk total shit on you as they're doing it too to really settle it in. Sometimes maybe even just lightly nick them with the.
And
Very
as far as
professional.
costume, yeah, we have them. All the people who are attending, we'll probably do like 30 people per viewing. We'll do one viewing every hour or something.
Sure.
And they can all vote on what like embarrassing, demeaning costume they want him to wear. Like, do they want him to dress up like he's a baby, like he's a dog, a My Little Pony, whatever they want, really.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a pretty good concept.
I'd want to see him as a Teletubby. I think that would be phenomenal. Yeah, he could pick whatever color he wants too, preferably green for whatever reason. Fuck that motherfucker. But
Remember the son in that show was just a baby's face.
dude, some people were afraid of that baby too.
The
like,
baby was terrifying. And did you
I don't
guys
mind
ever
baby.
watch the Goop episode with like the purple goop shit that came out?
The fuck are
It
you
was
talking
definitely
about?
like semen, but it was purple and it was goop. I don't know, man.
What?
It's stuck in my head, and as I've gotten older, I'm like, that was definitely a weird semen. reference,
Elaborate.
I
What
feel.
happened? Because I don't know. This
They
one.
have a machine that made purple goop. I don't remember what it was used for, and there was a malfunction, and the machine just kept going off, and so it was just like splurges, like blah 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 or whatever. But it was purple, but it was like the consistency of semen.
You sure that wasn't Ghostbusters?
Maybe Ghostbusters had that too, but no, it was definitely some weird purple goop Teletubbies thing. It's etched in here.
What the fuck?
Like,
I'm gonna look it up, see if I can find it real quick.
just Teletubbies purple goop.
I think you're
Teletubbies?
covering up some past trauma with Teletubbies.
Or purple goop.
Did you poop purple goop
That was actually
while watching
pearl-
Teletubbies?
Pearl goop.
No, have I don't know if I said it on the podcast. You know where I got my sexual deviancy from, I think, in theory? When I was like 10 years old, my mom's boyfriend at the time, he delivered newspapers to hotels, like certain floors. Like if you got put on that floor, everyone would get a newspaper. And in the summertime, I would help him. And it was a really shitty deal because he didn't pay me or anything. The only thing that was nice is there'd be like drunk dudes who were like there with their girlfriend and they'd see a kid working and they'd be like, oh man, you're working during the summer or whatever, and they would give me $20 and shit. So it was pretty cool. Well, there was one night we were at the Marriott and apparently there was some like sex convention that was there. And so we were delivering newspapers, and because I'm a kid and I'm not getting paid and I'm tired and I don't give a fuck, I was being kind of lazy because you're supposed to like kind of gently place them, and I was just fucking dropping them. And I dropped one, and I guess it was loud enough that the person like came to answer, and it ended up just being a completely naked woman, except she was just wearing a collar with a leash. And
Whoa.
she was like, oh, hi, sweetie. And I had never seen titties or vagina or any of that before. And that was my first time.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think that's why I like
That kind of sets the standard, my friend.
Yeah.
MILF.
I don't know. I can't recall how old she was. I was just so stunned to
Probably
see a
MILF to
naked
you,
woman
though.
in a dog collar that I didn't process. I can't tell you her hair color. Nothing. It was just a moment in my life I'll never forget.
She going on a walk
With herself.
with her owner, apparently. Goddamn.
I take it you didn't find purple goop?
No, I found some weird Play-Doh looking thing though.
Okay.
But I mean the episode itself is probably not called Purple Goo.
Yeah.
It's probably called like Rainbow Sunshine Galore.
Yeah.
Mike!
What's up?
What's up, foo? Want a shot of Jägermeister?
Guest appearance on the podcast.
What up, y'all?
What's up?
What up?
Did you finish the movie?
Dude, yeah, Holy Man, 1998. It wasn't a blockbuster. You know, it wasn't a flop either. It just kind of went unnoticed. There was a lot of good shit in 1998. For Eddie Murphy and Jeff Goldblum to come together and make a fucking good movie.
Bold.
It's not solid. It has some,
Bold.
has some plot fucking holes.
For sure.
But, very good. Very good.
Have you seen The Golden Child?
You know, I didn't want to say this online when you said that, but the movie was made in the 80s. The whole 80s aesthetic is just before my time. I just can't do any of it.
I want the knife.
Please.
I want the knife.
I've never seen-
What?
Really?
never seen-
Yeah, he's seen it even.
Y'all are literally brothers. Anyway.
Yeah, but he didn't
Even
know.
my brother seen it while we were growing up together.
I had to show it to him, though.
No.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Mom.
Oh, no, she showed it to me, and then I showed it to you.
Get the fuck out of here. No. Mom
Are you
showed me.
sunburned or what?
100%.
No. So I've been having, I can't remember the name of it. It's like subdermis dermatitis or
Well,
whatever.
don't rub it.
Well, no.
He's
So-
just like,
That's
I've
how
been
you
having
spread it.
rashes and shit up and
Well, no. So
I would
it's
not
like
eat
causes,
guacamole
like,
smashed in your
flaky
face.
skin And
Not even
bad
for 80
redness or whatever.
bucks.
And I finally
For
got
the
to
show?
treat it. And so it's helped with the flaky skin, but the redness hasn't really gone away yet. So,
in part due by the dryness of Colorado. That happens to me.
yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
So,
Dry. You use lotion, Vaseline on your face at all?
not Vaseline, but I have this like cocoa cream.
Yeah. Only on the face and the dick. Sometimes on the shins when they get real dry. In the winter time. Winter's coming, boys.
Yeah.
Coming in. It's getting colder.
Summer's almost over. It's gonna
Yep.
be September 22nd.
There's some snow in the mountains.
It's
That's a
coming.
specific date, September 22nd.
that is the start of. I mean, that's the end of summer.
Oh,
Beginning
nice.
of fall. Until December 22nd or 21st. That's the beginning of winter. Until March.
So, with the end of summer, also comes the end of OnlyFans.
Why is that?
So, I'm surprised you didn't hear the news. It's pretty much the end of OnlyFans. I being a little hyperbolic, but it's like they're going the Tumblr route. They, as of October 1st, are going to be banning all explicit content from their site. However, they say they're still going to allow nudity as long as it fits under their guidelines. But they were very vague when they said that, so no one's entirely fully sure. What I imagine it's going to be is like you can do like tasteful or whatever. There can't be any penetration or like anything like that. And so a lot of the chicks, you know, just post like lingerie and stuff. I'm sure they will be fine or whatever. It's just people who are like posting like getting fucked or like shooting a golf ball out of their asshole. Like, they're not going to be allowed on there.
So
a large portion of people, like, they're done. Like, they're going to lose all their revenue, you know, as sex workers. They're going to have to find different sites or, like, switch over to more mainstream porn corporations if that's the route they want to keep. And it's mainly because OnlyFans, they were having trouble getting money back. Like, the banks were being all weird about it, and they couldn't get investors. So, to try to get money and everything, they want to go more PG, focus on, like, celebrities and, like, cooking and, like, shit that if anyone cares about, they'll just go to Patreon for anyways.
Well, Cardi B is, like, they're trying to make her, like, the next figurehead, and, like, who's really looking for that? Like, she's not even... I don't know, just like behind the life stuff too.
Yeah, I guess Tyga, he was really big on OnlyFans, and when this came out,
Oh yeah, for all this crazy sex
he
stuff.
deleted his account, and apparently he's planning on opening his own, called like My Stars with 2 R's or whatever, and it's gonna be pretty much what OnlyFans was, except instead of taking 20% like OnlyFans does, they're only gonna take 10%, and they're promising that they'll be able to market their own NFTs. So honestly, once he said that, I was like, oh, so this is gonna be gimmicky as fuck. And also, like, I'm sure Tyga has some money, but I don't think he has enough money to really fund something like that.
He's probably got that OnlyFans money, man.
Probably got
like-
some connections
That's
too.
true.
Yeah, man.
he's got that dick.
So I don't know. I'm torn because I'm personally of the opinion, and I feel like I've made this well known by now, that I'm never gonna purchase an OnlyFans or like pay for one, but I have nothing against any of it or any of their workers. Like, I also wouldn't date an OnlyFans chick probably. I'd probably fuck one, but I feel for him because they literally made that site. Like, no one knew about it until, let's be real, it was associated with that. And then, so to get super big off of these people and then to just dump them when, you know, the money comes out, like, I don't know, it's just really fucked. And I definitely feel it's going to go that Tumblr route where they're going to die out and not be worth shit a couple years from now. Because who's going to care about OnlyFans if there's no titties?
Well, so I got a tip saying from a message. Oh, actually, I'm gonna show you. See if I can put this on the fucking screen too. Where's my mouse? There it is. But basically, it's saying that the reason why it is they're kind of like looking to change things up is because they're making an app version. So for it to be on the App Store for Android and Apple, it has to be like PG-13.
Oh, yeah, I was seeing something like that.
So according to this, she's able to they'll be able to, like, you know, as long as it's on the website itself and not the app, they should be okay.
So you can still fuck.
Oh, okay,
So it says
it's like separated?
we will continue and always allow explicit content. We are releasing an app on Android and Apple in October 2021. The rules and regulations for the app do not allow not safe for work content being sold. Due to this, the app being released will be safe for work and will not allow explicit content to stay within their regulations.
So no fucking.
This will not be affecting those who utilize the website as normal on the browsers and desktops, nor will that ever change. Please let me know if you have any further questions.
No fucking.
And wait, and so where'd you get this from?
OnlyFans.
I'm surprised.
From Swedish Bella.
Because I've been trying to find research and I haven't, because I was wondering why they were being so
But you're
vague.
not on OnlyFans.
Huh?
But you're not on OnlyFans.
That's true.
This is one of the free accounts I was following. Because I was scrolling through, because I was thinking, like, dude, like, they're supposed to be closing down, because, like, I saw you mentioned it, and I saw there's, like, a timeline, and I'm like, so, like, what are they doing, like, you know, to, like, deal with it? And some of them were having, like, flash, like, sales, like, oh, like, it's the end of the world of OnlyFans, you know? Here's my bundle of everything for $5 or whatever, going all in it. And then I was scrolling through just the messages and trying to see, like, whatever. And then I saw this one, and I was like, bet.
Bet.
See, but the interesting thing with that, though, is do you think that's still going to hurt them in the sense that this hasn't been released? You know, everyone's just been talking about how it's over and fuck OnlyFans and all of this. Do you think there's a lot of people who they're going to abandon the site anyways because they don't know about this?
I think it's weird that this is the only time I saw this message. I saw, like, everyone acting like it's all good, like, oh, I know, don't be worried about OnlyFans, like, just pay me instead, or, like, you know, here's a bundle deal or whatever. This was the first time I actually saw someone. So, like, I don't know. I think if they're able to, like, get their cult fan base and people who are, like, actually paying on board to the website only, because I mean it's website only now, so there's nothing really different other than, you know, spoken word. But at this point, like, if they know that nothing's going to change, then yeah, sure, they might lose, I don't know, some, but it'll grow again and still have that good core fan base for it to hang around, still make some money off of it too. I think they'd be okay, but I don't think people are known. But if people don't know, then people might just be leaving.
That's what's just so weird to me is why
they're not
is this,
marketing
like,
it right.
I was actively, like, trying to find articles and everything, and I never saw any of this. And yeah, I'm not part of that, but why hasn't that been covered at all?
Yeah, and again,
That's what's fucked.
This was like the only, like, one that I had found.
So I could be wrong there. If that's the case, that's awesome for them. Because otherwise, that was the dumbest move ever.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because it's become a whole.
I saw something that they made like $5 billion off, like, just all of their content creators taking their 20% cut.
That's amazing.
So I don't understand, but it's the issue. It's the banks and shit like that, you know. Like, unfortunately, it all goes back to that. And real quick side note, I didn't realize this. Did you know in other countries, like apparently in Australia and shit, you don't have to, like, Venmo people. You can legit just transfer money directly from your bank account to someone else's bank account. Like, without having to go through all the crazy processes like we do here. What the fuck?
Well, they have a couple apps that you can just send it through, like Zelle, and you just connect your stuff. And
No, but that's what I'm
back
saying.
and
You don't have
forth,
to use... No, like, we could have completely different banks. We don't have to have the same app or any of that stuff. Just legit give me your routing info or whatever, and then you can just send it, and it could be, like, a small amount or whatever.
Huh.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that's all other countries, but Australia does that, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, little side rant. America's dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
More than sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, this got me thinking, though, with the whole OnlyFans thing. With how much, you know, everyone, you know... Not everyone, but, you know, there seems to be a lot of people who hate on OnlyFans or angry about it or think it's dumb or whatever, and they're like... and they scoff, and they're like, I'll just watch it for free or whatever. What would y'all do if, like, it came out, like, tomorrow that Pornhub and every other, like, porn site were now you had to pay for it? And there'd be varying prices. I don't know how much, like, Pornhub Premium actually is.
I want the elite program.
No, all right, so we know
Special
you would pay for
videos,
it.
special
But that's my question:
subscriptions.
is would you then switch over enough? Like, and if you knew it was safe, like it wasn't like going to be a shady thing where your info is going to get hacked or something. Like they had a reliable payment.
I don't know,
plan.
man. I can't trust any of that.
But would you pay?
Yes.
Or because here's what I'm thinking. I personally would probably just go back to the good old school. Go to a sex shop, buy a couple different videos, maybe get a couple different magazines, and be content with that. Because I will say sometimes it feels you get oversaturated with the porn on the internet.
Sometimes, yeah, man. That's why you gotta use your imagination sometimes.
Well, no, and especially like
every now and then
how
I
you
can't.
talked about how you hate when it's just like they make it stepsister or like family related shit.
Yeah.
If you go to like a sex shop or whatever, you can get a DVD or a magazine, like you can get it hyper specific where there's not going to be any of that at all. Like you don't even have to accidentally like have that show up.
And I like the idea, I guess, of going back to like watching like a full like story about it. Like it opens up with the beginning, and they're all like these all
the
theatrical
actual,
like
setting
with
plot up, and it's still shitty acting, but it's
but like they got like the
still at
lights
least
that
a
are really
little
good.
better.
Like,
It's
the
not like,
cameras.
oh, I'm stuck in the couch. Fucking stupid shit.
Which is nice sometimes,
Stuck
but
in
like
the couch.
No.
Well, under
I
the
saw
sink.
one the other day where it was like, tricking my foreign stepsister into fucking or whatever, and the chick was supposed to be Russian, and she had only been in America for 2 weeks, but then she just had an American accent, and I'm like, why did you have to say she was foreign if she was just gonna be American?
for the allure, man. For the allure.
Just for the tag.
Maybe she learned English in Russia.
I'm just
She
saying,
was
man.
like,
When you get clickbaited by your porn, like that's just fucked.
I mean, they only have to suspend your belief for like a fucking minute before she just starts sucking a cock, and then it doesn't really matter.
No, but it matters to me, man. I can only suspend.
Well, then
it so
you'll
much.
be disappointed
it just
a lot,
removes me from
Dom.
the whole thing.
You know what? I just want a reason to get a VHS player again, and if I have to go to a sex store and buy some VHS tapes, I'll do it.
I'm just saying though. So you're in agreement. If they started charging for porn on the internet, we would go back to the old school way.
Yeah, sure.
What about porn theaters with the boys?
See,
I don't know, for sanitary reasons. I don't think
if
I
you've
could do
noticed,
that.
Jay, I've never once suggested, hey, let's go to the strip club. Just in general, I
got
don't
better
want to be
things to spend
horny
money
around my
on.
friends. I just feel
Your
like,
friends, I'm your brother.
yeah, I definitely don't want to be horny around you.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, only half. It's only half bad.
Oh.
No, just in general, like,
I don't know.
I'll show y'all my dick, but I don't want to be hard around y'all.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
That's a
just
fucking
weird.
quote, dude.
Unless-
Dom 2021. Oh my god. I'll show my dick, but I won't show you how hard I am.
Now, if we were to go to a gas station and they had a bunch of glory holes,
At the come and go.
Let the come and go.
That's going to be their new thing. That's how they're going to be cutting edge and edge out 7-Eleven.
Glory hole Wednesdays.
Oh,
They come and go.
we should have a segment, though, where we just watch old porn and, like, react to it. I mean, I know that's already a show, I'm pretty sure. I think Dave Attell did something like that, where he just reacted to old porn.
No technique. Look at this bullshit.
I don't think he has it copyrighted, so we could probably,
yeah.
do it.
have I ever told you how that's also a subcategory of porn now? Of like, where like porn stars will watch other porn videos and like
Like
react
a porn
to them
star
and, like,
reacts.
masturbate to them.
It's basically just a react video.
Yeah, like a YouTube React video, but porn. Dude,
Like-
it's low-key a little hot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, not enough to
I'm
like jerk
not.
off to, but it's like, oh, okay.
He's like, hey everyone, you see these fucking feet? They're fucking delicious.
All right, Alex, we found your calling.
Wishful thinking, bro.
geez.
Yeah, you need to just do porn reacts. You know, like flight reacts, porn reacts.
Porn
Yeah.
You
reacts.
still haven't eaten your sandwich yet.
Feet
What are you waiting
reacts.
for?
He's got to finish watching this bukkake porn before he eats a sandwich.
Does anyone
I'm
watch
waiting- I'm-
Shot of Jaeger?
I'm-
Speaking of bukkake porn.
I'm waiting for the feet. Bukkake.
Yeah. Jaeger?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah.
Fine. I'll do it.
One shot with the
I was so hungover today, guys. Like,
Just one. It'll help.
literally, no, my whole day though was just spent
sure?
recovering and.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Dom, you saw me.
Yeah. All right.
But cheers.
I guess we're all standing. Damn it.
You don't have to stand. I just
Okay, cool.
have to.
I just felt pressure.
I'm just trying to give him the thing.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Jaeger!
Gang.
But yeah, going back to the olden Playboy times, I think that'd be nice and refreshing.
Yeah, and
Just
really,
because, man, I know everyone always makes the joke like, "Oh, I get the Playboys for the articles." They low-key, they had some really
They
good
had some good
fucking
stuff,
articles.
brother.
I loved their like joke section that they would have, like of all their just like little dirty jokes or like the dirty comics. Like those were pretty fucking funny.
yeah.
Like I miss that. That it was like a whole experience. You got to laugh, you got to learn a little, and then you got to jerk off.
And where else can you
Like-
read about men's health?
Yeah.
I'm happy to be born in a generation to where we had porn online.
You ever do a scramble
No, that's
porn?
what I'm saying, Alex, is you missed out. Like, there was a whole different experience of, like, finding a porno mag and having to hide. Like,
Yeah, now any
I like-
5-year-old can
I
find.
like previewing the things before I'm about to jerk it off.
that was
I
also the
can't do that
exciting
with the
thing,
magazine.
Is finding out your stepdad just got the new issue of Maxim or Pornhub, and he hid it underneath his ESPN magazine. But you knew because you clean his bathroom, and so you just sneak off with it when he's busy mowing the lawn. Like, I'm telling you, it's just a whole different experience. Like,
Hold
you
up.
all you have to do is go to the bathroom and lock the door.
Hold on, I'm gonna relate.
Make sure you have good Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna relate to Alex here. I didn't fucking have any porno mags. Like, it was literally, we had an old ass computer, and I would look up fucking pictures on the computer, and it would be like terrifying because I'd have the door shut, but my mom could like, you know, come up to the door at any time. So it was like, you know,
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
still terrifying.
It's almost like trying to disarm a bomb. You have, like,
Dude,
a
yeah,
time.
but doesn't that like get you a little extra hard? You're just like, oh, danger zone.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely-
Make sure the
Any
tissue's
moment.
on hand.
There's definitely a thrill to the, you know, the danger of it, you know.
No, because I remember when we had our computer down in the living room, it was right across from the TV, but it was like right where the stairs are, and so they would just have to make a turn, and it's right there. And so I would always just make sure I was able to like turn it on to like the Nickelodeon channel right away if I had to. Like, oh, I had a whole system.
I'm just imagining at your house, this computer's powered by like potatoes, like with a bunch of wires.
This computer, like 2 of the 3 guys, which me, our stepdad and me and Dom at the time, 2 of the 3 of the guys use that shit for porn, strictly for porn.
Okay, no.
Like-
but Joe, he also
Real shit.
because I found it. He was into fat people midget porn.
Yeah, I know. You blasted his ass on it one night.
Yeah, no.
Did you see his search history?
Wait, yeah, hold on. Wait.
We're
a
all
second.
looking at each other's search
No. So it wasn't intentional. But like, I was like trying to download music or whatever, you know, LimeWire, like old school shit.
LimeWire.
And when I went into the downloads, there were like 30 videos already in there. And they were all just really raunchy ass, like either big breasted women or like small, big breasted women or like huge Latinas or like ebony women, like I don't know, just some hardcore raunchy shit. And I was like, I definitely didn't look at any of this. And he at the time was too young to like be into any of that. So I knew it had to have been him. And I kept that in my back pocket. And when I got caught stealing alcohol for homecoming,
Yes.
I was drunk as fuck when they picked me up. And they made me go home. And my punishment was I had to take a shot of everything in the liquor cabinet. Which, again, I still don't fully understand the punishment. Well, I guess the punishment was the next day. They made me go to church hungover. And that sucked, but that just made me hate church more. It was like, it didn't
Didn't
teach
serve
me that
the purpose.
alcohol sucked. It
Yeah.
was just that church sucks.
We were on.
But anyways, I'm drunk as fuck. I'm like laying across the fucking kitchen floor,
Oh, no.
eating a piece of pizza, and like my stepdad's like talking shit to me or whatever, and I'm like, yeah. Well, at least I don't look at fat people, midget. No. He was recording me because he was like trying to embarrass me, like by showing me the video now. And I was like, oh, what are you doing over there? You watching fat people midget porn? And he was like, oh yeah, totally. I'm like, yeah, I know you are, aren't you? You're into that. Or whatever. And then my brother comes down and I see him and he's like looking at me all disappointed. And I get angry. And so I take my crust and I throw it at him.
It's a cheese stick. It was
Oh, it was a cheese stick. My bad.
It was a cheese stick.
Kind of the same thing.
No, it was But yeah, and that's how I outed my dad on his or stepdad on his.
I was about to say.
Weird porn.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, he threw that cheese stick at me, and then he took it back and ate it.
Well, yeah, you don't want to waste the cheese stick.
Yeah, you don't want to waste a good cheese.
Yeah.
Just don't judge me.
I was not.
You were giving me such a judgmental eye.
Dude, I was laughing because I was just like, I was enjoying it. I was like, yo, can he come down here and down
So
to
wait, so
the
you're-
party?
You're
Let's
saying that
bump it up a little
there'd be
bit.
no cheese sticks in your KFC combo menu?
No,
No?
no, no. Do you want to throw? No, cheese sticks.
Wait,
no.
so what's this KFC combo thing?
Oh, so essentially, what if you could like make your own combo, like for like Popeyes, KFC styled, or even Church's Chicken or Raising Cane's, whatever the fuck you like.
Why did you say Church's Chicken like that?
Oh, because it's a long story. My homie used to say it like that all the
what's-
time. But so essentially, what combo would you make if you could?
Are there like limitations? Like how many sides am I allowed?
Well, so like.
Is it like a free for all?
It depends. Jesus Christ, who you? Well, I mean, you can do like a family value thing, but like, it's really up to you.
The family meal for one.
Yeah. Okay.
They have it at McDonald's, so fuck it.
Right.
Can I have my combo meal just be a coupon to Cane's?
Well, you want like a 50% discount of everything?
No, I want Raising Cane's. I don't want
haven't had
KFC
I
or
said Raising
Popeyes.
Cane's.
I haven't
I said
had
Raising
Cane's.
Cane's.
Oh, you did?
He said it could be any fast
Okay.
food chicken
Raising
style.
Cane's.
So Raising
Church's
Cane's?
Chicken, or yeah.
Yeah. Any
I
style.
want a extra long garlic bread chicken sandwich. So it would be like the garlic bread would be long enough that it could house 4 pieces, like 4 strips of their chicken. Already has their sauce.
Breaded.
Yeah, the breaded fried chicken. And then it already has their sauce that they give you dipping already across all of the chicken with an extra side of the garlic bread.
It seems a little extra on the
Oh,
garlic
that bread. The
but-
bread, though, man.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
bread's
that
good
sounds
because their fries are mid. I haven't tried their coleslaw, but in general, I'm not a huge fan of coleslaw. Usually, most places they make it way too mayo-y.
That bread's pretty fattening, though, isn't it?
Huh?
The bread's isn't it pretty fattening? I mean, if you're going to Raising Cane, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I didn't realize we're making a house meal here.
No, I was just curious.
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
this is my
Got you. Okay, go. Cool. I like it. What about you?
Are you allowed to cross over restaurant or like if I want
Do
KFC?
it.
Only like Southern though, like so like Louis, like Popeye. If you try to do like a crossover like KFC and Popeyes,
Well, that's what I
want
wanna do.
Well then yeah, but you can't do like no KFC and McDonald's.
Oh no,
yeah.
no! McDonald's is not a part of this equation.
Exactly.
So I would do definitely the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich.
That's a good choice.
I would do KFC mashed potatoes and gravy. I would definitely do for probably 4 biscuits from Popeyes. And then I just use the fucking mashed potatoes, and fucking as my dipping sauce, Always with the gravy, of course.
Oh yeah.
A large Coke. A large Coca-Cola.
What is a large Coke? Like a large Coke, like diet.
Yeah, well, the ones
size?
the Popeyes, like they have the plastic cups, which I feel bad about using the plastic, but
You're like, I want a bucket.
maybe I
size
should
of
bring a
Coke.
tumbler. Either way, I'm gonna have a large Coca-Cola soda, to top it off. And then what are those things? What are they called? The dessert things at Popeyes?
Hush puppies.
No, but hush puppies would be fucking dang too. All right. I'm adding on to this. I'm adding on.
KFC is with
But
KFC is with Long John Silver's because
Wait,
they're all owned by
yeah,
Pepsi.
no,
so
hold up.
technically,
Yeah, so I'm gonna cross
technically,
over.
I
I'm
know,
crossing
no,
over to Long
no,
John
no.
Silver's. They're getting hush
Get the
puppies.
fuck out of here! No, no Long John Silver's. Get the fuck
All right,
out.
so
of
a
here.
Yeah,
5.
I was about to say.
Why are you bashing my dreams like? Anyway, all right. So
We'll talk
no,
after the
no hush
podcast.
puppies, but we can have our own separate segment on that. And so yeah, mashed potatoes, spicy chicken sandwich.
Nice.
You
said Popeye's biscuits.
And you know
Biscuits.
what? Maybe some fucking. I can't do Chick-fil-A fries. Can I do Chick-fil-A
You
fries?
can if you want. Yeah.
All right, large Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
fries, with the Polynesian sauce.
And
Yeah.
a frosted lemonade.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Although I usually get a chocolate milkshake, so I'm gonna get a milkshake instead.
So
or
with
cookies and
okay.
cream. You know, I'll change it up this time. Cookies and cream.
Okay, and that's gonna be your combo. So 2 fucking drinks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Dan is eating like 3 days worth of food in his one meal. I love it.
If I had 3 of these meals a day, I would gain so much weight. I would be just.
That's why it's a
Jared,
fantasy.
what's
It's
your
a
meal?
fantasy meal.
The traveler's combo.
All right, so I'm definitely Popeye's chicken sandwiches, pepper jack.
I don't think.
No.
they put cheese on them.
Hold up. Some chicken and waffles, man. I'm having a breakfast of champions.
Where are you getting these chicken waffles?
What do you
Waffle
mean
House?
chicken and waffles? I don't know. They got waffles for like somewhere. You know, if you could do waffle cut fries, I think a waffle cut waffle bun.
Go to Chick-fil-A. Yo,
Yo.
can I just get a giant waffle fry?
Give me a bunch
like
of 'em.
just one big ass one. Yo, they should do that. We should write to Chick-fil-A.
What if what if it's a bunch
Start a
of
petition.
waffle fries, right? That are fried into one crispy waffle fried bun, and then
It's like a giant potato waffle.
yeah,
Okay.
and there's a pocket of syrup in the middle. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but they're gonna fucking do it because it's chicken and waffles.
Okay.
And then chickens, spicy or not, I'm gonna go with the spicy because I hate myself in the mornings.
Here we go.
Chipotle mayo, regular mayo, and syrup doused up on that too. With mimosas. I'll bring my
Oh
own.
my God.
I'll bring my own. I'll bring
failed.
my own if I have to. This is
Why are you doing
this is my whole.
mimosa?
Okay. But hold up. Mimosas is really just high C mixed with A&W cream soda.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay.
ruined this whole
Wow,
meal.
you guys didn't let me.
ruined it.
So it's either mimosas or the.
By the way, we should go get chicken and waffles.
Should we get chicken and
At
waffles?
some
Y'all ever
point
had chicken
sometime.
and waffles, man? Like for real?
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's
also,
fucking shit.
I know Dan's had it, but y'all need to try it. It's hands down, I think, my favorite pizza in Colorado I've had. Blue Pan deep dish.
I've never had it.
Never had it.
I've never heard
Oh,
of
you
it.
haven't? Oh,
I
so-
like deep dish.
I'm not sure if you saw it. Marcus said
Yeah.
he saw me when I had it. It's just like Chicago, not really Chicago style, but like close enough. But
like
it's
that
just
pie.
deep dish. I just got like a small like. It's expensive, but oh my god, it's just so crispy and hearty. Next podcast, I'll bring some. All right, I'll send in a group chat. You'll have to let me know what ingredients you want on it. Which brings me to my topic I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And this is a very valid thing. I saw someone say it, and I kind of agree with it. If you feel you have to put more than 2 toppings on a pizza, you don't like pizza. You like
with
toppings.
That. I'm with that. Because you're not even enjoying the actual artistic thing of the pizza. You're just slamming it with other.
I just feel you like the toppings. But like pizza itself, like if it's good pizza,
Okay.
you don't need more than 2. And I'm not including cheese. Cheese doesn't count as an ingredient.
Kind of like the same thought of if it's a good alcohol, you don't want to put chaser all in it. You
Or
wanna
like
drink it
exactly,
straight
yeah.
with the
Yeah,
rocks.
you shouldn't need to. If it's a good quality
But let me ask
thing.
you guys this real quick. Do you guys put a lot of toppings on your ice cream?
No.
I almost never prefer toppings.
It really-
depends.
No.
It
Would it be
depends.
the same argument?
It depends.
If I have the ingredients readily available, but honestly, I just
like-
eat ice cream straight up.
But like if you go to like Cold Stone or like Baskin Robbins or something.
See,
like
that's the
that.
thing. If I'm
Like-
going
like
to
you're-
Baskin Robbins or
you're
Cold
going to a
Stone,
shop, frozen yogurt kind of place.
Yeah.
then I'll do it. But if it's like
Yeah,
my
I'll get
own, I
toppings.
won't. I'll just eat it straight up.
I
I'll
fucking
say-
love Jimmy's.
Frozen yogurt, I'm really weird about. I'll try to only do like fruit or more health, because that's the weird thing to me. It's like if I'm doing frozen yogurt and I'm not doing ice cream, I'm obviously doing this for a health reason. If you get frozen yogurt over ice cream and it's not a health choice, you're weird.
Yeah. Or out of convenience, I guess.
Yeah, I guess out of convenience.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man. When I was in high school, the girls are all like, "Yeah, let's go get frozen yogurt."
But my thing is, if you go into frozen yogurt and you're getting like this lower calorie dessert, and then you're adding Sour Patch Kids, gummy worms, like all this, like just go
That's
get the
too much.
actual fucking ice cream, man.
Although I will say I've never had it, but I want to do like Fruit Loops and cereal, or Fruit Loops and ice cream.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
My favorite
French
thing though
vanilla,
to get,
dude?
and I'm not sure how
Oh.
healthy they are, but
Especially
getting
once it
the
melts and
little
shit.
mochi
Yeah.
balls. or whatever.
Oh.
No,
okay.
not mochi.
What?
The boba balls.
Oh.
The boba balls.
Put the boba balls in a mochi ball in an ice cream ball of cookie
No,
dough.
but the boba balls in the froyo, because like,
Ooh.
so have you ever had boba tea or anything?
Yeah.
So the cool thing, so when you get it in froyo, over time, the boba, they like freeze. So instead of just like straight popping in your mouth, like they have a completely different like texture. So if you fuck with boba, I highly recommend getting it frozen, because like it's different, but it's still bomb.
I'll try it out just to try it
But,
out. But
so anyways, though, back to the pizza thing. I feel you shouldn't need more than 2 ingredients. And usually, like, if you want it to be 2, like, proteins or 2 meats or whatever, that's fine. But I feel it should be, like, 1 meat and 1 vegetable. You can have extra cheese if you want. It depends on the type of pizza.
I disagree. I think that you can have multiple vegetable toppings.
Okay, you're right. You're
I
right.
do like if you get spinach,
I love
you get
spinach on
tomato,
pizza.
and you get like
Chicken?
onions.
no, it
Yeah.
rides with
Or
the same
steak.
thing in the sense to where it's like too much. Too much
No,
for
no,
the
I
pizza.
can see, like, all of those plate because they're
But you
all
can
very
still
light.
enjoy-
But two or more vegetables, like 2 more like vegetable toppings though.
You can still enjoy the core of the pizza, which is the crust
Yeah.
and the sauce
Cheese.
and the cheese.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right with.
I think it also depends on how it's spread on the pizza. Like it's got to be spread out and not like oversaturated.
Well, so again, it depends on the pizza. Like,
On the
if you're
surface
getting
of the
like
pizza.
a Neapolitan where it's a very big, thin pizza, or whatever, I could see a couple more toppings being on that. But if you're
Sure.
getting like a thick, deep dish or whatever, like, no, I want to enjoy the sauce, the cheese, the crust, a protein, and pretty much that's it. Honestly, I don't even know if I want a veggie on a deep dish. Maybe like a pepper. Like whether it's banana or a jalapeno
See, I'm
or
gonna
something.
argue a deep dish is where you go with the extra meats and extra cheese if you can.
No, because you don't want too much. Because
On
then,
a- but
then it gets too oily.
But on a deep dish though, like if you're in the restaurant, like it's not being delivered to you or anything like that. But if like you're sitting there in the restaurant, like
I think if it's deep dish, yeah, I think it'd be fine.
yeah.
But I'll adjust it to where I say there shouldn't be more than 2 toppings if they're both proteins. No more than 4 toppings if you're doing a protein and veggies. More than 3 veggies, you can, and it can still be good. But again, you're not doing it for the pizza. You're doing it for the toppings. And then a little side tangent, but real quick, I got to get Jay, because Jay, you didn't give your opinion on this. How do you feel overall? How many toppings do you think is the optimal for a pizza?
It really depends on the pizza, but I think 2 to 3 is good for like a general kind of topping rule of thumb. Like because sometimes you can add like 2 extra, or sometimes it's like 1 more would have been made it perfect. I personally occasionally like to have like pizza with like a bunch of different toppings, but I also like to have one with like 1 or maybe 2 toppings on it as well too, to kind of balance it out.
All right. So
Before a party, for like a gathering or whatever, 2, maybe 3. If it's
yeah,
like
especially
if it's-
especially if it's a big group of people. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
then you're
yeah.
getting too many, and then you're gonna get people who are picking stuff off, and now you're just wasting shit.
right.
So this brings me into this though. I have to bring up the, beat down argument, because I feel like I cracked a valued, very important defense for it. Why pineapple shouldn't be on pizza. And let me say this I don't hate pineapple on pizza. I'll eat it if it's there, but literally if there's any other kind, I'm probably getting it over it. But I'm not like offended by if you do it. But here's the reason why I think people hate it so much. You're taking a fruit and you're making it warm. And that's very weird.
Tomato is a fruit.
Okay, other than technicality with a tomato, is there any other fruit that people like to consume
Apple cider?
warm?
Apparently, you can grill the watermelon, and it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
But people grill pineapple all the time.
And
Pineapple's an exception.
well, like
Yeah.
a kebab has like fruits and vegetables on, depending on
No.
what style. Yeah,
Pineapple.
fruit kebab. Yeah, they have them with like meats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you'll grill up
And
like
other than
strawberries and melons
pineapple,
and
then I have heard of watermelon. I've never heard of any other fruits being cooked up. And maybe that's me.
I feel like it's more
close to
common
those
than
culinary things.
I feel like it's more common.
I'm sure you could do
than
mango.
you think.
I'm just in general.
Mango would be
I feel
good.
like it's
Yeah,
not an
mango.
appealing thing. When I think of fruits, I think of refreshing. I think of cool and crisp. So like, I think that's why it's so off-putting to so many people. And I think that's why people are so against it.
I don't know. I like pineapple pizzas occasionally.
I would rather have pineapple on my pizza than like peppers and jalapenos.
Oh, so yeah, I'd much rather have peppers.
Oh damn, you're on the,
would
the,
rather
whole-
have
the other.
jalapeno.
I mean,
kinda side
yeah,
of it.
I'm just not like a. I would rather have sweet than spicy kind of thing.
If anything, I would prefer pineapple with the spicy, just to like
You know,
To bounce it out,
offset.
Yeah, that
like
might
a
be good.
chicken, pineapple, jalapeno pizza.
I'd get down with that.
Or what about pizza with pepperoni, pineapples, and it had chipotle mayo, and for the sauce?
No.
No, like a real good spicy.
I think that's just too much chipotle mayo at that
Well,
point.
no, and I'm very, I'm
layer.
also a very purist when it comes to sauce. I either want it to be a straight marinara, maybe if I'm down for like an Alfredo kind, if I'm doing something with chicken.
What about white sauce?
I'm not a big white sauce guy.
Me
I've
neither.
done it. I'm not huge.
Yeah.
You could do a barbecue chicken, but again, at that point, I feel like that's not really a pizza. You're just like making a barbecue chicken sandwich in the shape of a pizza.
I think buffalo sauce would be a good sauce, if anything.
Uh,
No,
sauce.
no.
I'd rather
Because again,
barbecue
you
for
might
sure.
as well just make a buffalo chicken sandwich. You're just pretending it's a pizza. No, I will die on this hill.
Is a calzone a type of pizza, or is it more like pizza sandwich, the pizza croissant? It's kind of like an American empanada, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's-
like a
that's pretty
selfish
accurate
person's
way.
pizza because like no one really shares calzones.
Nah. Yeah, I think a calzone is a very singular. Like,
Yeah.
that's your calzone. Once you already dip into it, you know. Yeah, it's definitely not a shared thing.
Fucking rule. Like,
It's
you don't want
definitely-
to share a calzone? Just, hey,
No,
you can have that
it's too
calzone.
messy. Yeah, you cut that bitch in half. Now
It's-
you're getting it all falling out.
It's less
Like,
common
no.
to share a calzone than it is a pizza.
Oh, for sure. Is it less common?
I'm not saying it's
I would have
completely
to-
I'm saying-
ruled out to share
If
your
you go on a date
calzone.
and you order a calzone,
And you still haven't
you're
eaten your
signaling to
sandwich.
That bitch.
Yes, I know.
You're ordering your own meal, and we are splitting this because I am not sharing a pizza with you.
Hey man, to be fair though, sometimes you just want to have a whole fucking pizza to yourself.
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
you signaling, yo,
Definitely.
I'm hungry. This is a me thing.
Like a whole oven pizza, that's all mine.
Oh yeah.
Like I will share if I feel generous, but I'm probably gonna eat the whole thing because it's really fucking thin too.
Yeah.
you know, it's
There's
like a
enough
fucking.
to it.
DiGiorno, you're just like, yeah, no, this is mine.
Nah, I don't fuck
No,
with
not a whole
DiGiorno. I don't fuck with
DiGiorno.
DiGiorno. I do the California pizza, the fucking barbecue chicken pizza.
Ooh.
Shit's banging.
No, lately what I've been doing, if I'm doing like a solo, I like doing those where it's like a brick almost, like where it's just like half a garlic loaf, more or less, or whatever.
Ooh.
And so it's just that really, because again, like I said, I'm now going more over. I'll still fuck with the thin crust pizza, but I really like that fucking thick, crunchy, crisp
Like a
crust.
French bread?
Yeah, like a French
Yeah,
bread.
those French
or,
breads are delicious.
Yeah.
For your pizza?
Is there a sourdough crust for pizza?
I've yet to see that,
I'm sure there is.
That'd be delicious.
but that would be bomb.
Yeah.
Didn't Little Caesars have like a pretzel crust?
They
for a
did.
while?
They
I don't know
did.
if they still do. Little Caesars is so weird
Pizza
for me,
Hut
though.
had a thing like it too.
Okay.
Want to know when Little Caesars is good?
Huh.
When you just finished helping your buddy move, and he just bought a case
Yeah.
of beer, like, and you're sitting in his unfurnished apartment, like sitting on boxes or like just a singular couch.
Yo,
like that's when Little Caesars is its best.
Nah, I'm worth more than Little Caesars though.
Little Caesars
That's
is
if
always
at
That's your
least.
good friend. Like I was like, yeah, buddy, I got you.
Yeah,
I mean, all right. If
Even-
it's
even-
if it's a homie
His
that's
girl
like,
took his dog.
All right,
like,
all right,
he's
I
just
get it, okay,
downsizing.
all right. But if it's somebody I know that is caked up and they're getting Little Caesars, I'm like, bro, really?
Nah.
No,
Really,
but
bro.
that's what I'm
If you-
saying.
if you help
That-
J-Mo
that's when
move,
Little
and then you guys
Caesars
sit
is
in there,
ideal.
like,
it's
yeah.
either like a party pizza, like you're trying to feed a shit ton of people for cheap, or like you just helped a but. That's when it's bomb to me. I'd rather have a Little Caesars pizza after helping a buddy move over a Domino's,
Yeah.
especially because everyone gets their own crazy bread.
And your own pizza with
All
how
my
prices.
homies get their
I
own
honestly
bread.
fuck with Domino's. I think Domino's is like tasty. At least the last time I had Domino's, it was pretty good.
But the only place that has cheesy bread, cheesy crust is fucking Pizza Hut.
Right. And
Pizza Hut's got those breadsticks.
No,
though.
that's not
those
true.
breadsticks are banging.
Little Caesars has it.
With the cheesy crust?
Yeah. Which totally threw me off because I thought fucking Pizza Hut had that fucking shit trademarked, but apparently Little Caesars has
Maybe they got
some
around
shit
it.
like it too, yeah.
Someone had a Cheez-Its calzone. No, it's pretty dank.
That's pretty.
Was that-
That's pretty
Yeah.
smart.
Was that Pizza Hut?
Might have been Pizza
Yeah,
Hut.
that was Pizza
Yeah.
Hut.
Yeah.
I could have swore we tried it.
Yeah, it was good. It was alright. I put
Did y'all ever
I
have
put
the
Cheez-Its
thing
into it and it tasted
Back
better.
in elementary school, where if you read a certain amount of books, you would get a free personal
Yeah.
pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Dude, I read so much as a kid that the teacher accused me of lying just to get the pizzas. And, like, don't get me wrong, that's fair and valid, but I definitely read all those books.
Right. You're like, I didn't
Give
lie
me
to
my
you.
fucking pizza, bitch. I need them vouchers.
That's possibly the fattest move is like just reading just so you can keep getting pizza.
No, I was already an avid reader, but I was also fat, so it was just a deadly combination.
Read for food donation. There you go.
Now, if they'd done something like, oh, for every 10 books you read, you get an extra free gym class instead of math, then I probably would have lost some weight. Because I like gym class, but they didn't reward me with gym. They rewarded me with pizza. Society failed me.
Yeah, it was no no outside time. You know, no extra recess. We were out in the sun, climbing monkey bars, getting muscle strength and shit like that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Why was that never a reward? No, it was,
Right.
oh, you get free candy.
You know why? Because they had to supervise you, and the motherfuckers don't want to watch you.
Yeah.
really
No,
what it is.
that's exactly what it is.
Well, you should have focused more on basketball so you can play on Denver's
Instead of
new G
fucking
League
chess.
team, right?
Yeah.
Denver have a new G League team?
Denver has their own
What?
G League affiliate team now. It's I always forget that it's the Grand Rapid. Let me find it. The Grand Rapids Gold. They are the Denver Nuggets G League affiliate team now.
Wow, that's amazing! Congratulations to the Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids Gold?
Yeah, the Grand Rapids Gold.
Wow, truly historic for the city of Denver.
But here's the thing. They play in Michigan. So,
Hence Grand Rapids.
yeah.
So they really don't have any.
Well, no. So the thing is, because they're Denver's G League affiliated team, Denver gets first rights on any of those players to call up to the Nuggets. Like, other teams can't call them up or whatever. They can sign them and whatnot, but they would have to officially sign them to a contract.
Do you think there's anybody on that roster that's like remotely good?
So, probably not, no. But it's something that I could see, like, them sending Bol down to or something like that. And the Nuggets, we have pulled guys from the G League, like, they were from other teams or whatever, but Dozier on the Nuggets, he won MVP in the G League back in the day. So, and that's the harsh reality. You could legit be the MVP of this league, and you'd be a bench warmer in the NBA. So that's the hard thing. Like, it's so hard for anyone in the G League to actually move up, unless you're like a young guy who signed there instead of going to college. But the thing I'd argue, I would just want to be on the team just for that. Like, because if you have that on your resume, first off, you still get paid like $36,000 or something, which, you know, that's more than my salary now.
Yeah.
And they pay for your hotel, your food, you're getting the best medical staff and everything. And then once you have that on your resume, first off, if there is a chance a team takes a chance on you and they sign you to a 10-day, you're getting paid $70,000 for that 10-day contract.
Right.
So
Some good
that's a
money.
pretty great deal. And then on the flip side, you have that on your resume. Any European team's at least going to give you a chance.
Right.
If you're willing to go overseas.
Oh, you're good enough to get here.
Yeah.
We gotcha.
So, I'm just saying, it doesn't sound like that bad of a gig. Like, of course, everyone wants to be with the very best of the best. But if people could learn to chill with the fucking hills instead of the mountains, man, you can have a good-ass time.
Yeah. And sometimes it's cooler to be a hero rather than a legend, man. Like,
Yeah, Jimmer Fredette, you know, he was balling out in college, struggled in the NBA, couldn't do nothing, went to China, and was averaging like 42 points a game.
Damn.
He's fucking loved there.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's not the NBA, but like, that's still a good life. Like, that's not anything to scoff at.
Yeah.
They're probably still gonna build a statue of him when he retires.
Yeah, right? And why not go where you're going to get love?
Yeah. Why not go where a statue of you gets built?
So, boys trip to the Grand Rapids then? So we can watch our J League affiliate.
Yeah, and then when a guy gets injured, Alex, you'll step up and be like, I'll fill in, coach.
You
Yeah.
can probably get tickets for $40 on Spirit
As long
Airways.
as I drink their fucking water.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Now they're definitely not going to sign you.
They're like,
And we
you
can't
have to
get
drink the water
we can't
to
get
play.
tickets anymore either, man.
Yeah.
That's
We're
that's it.
banned.
We're banned,
We're banned.
From the whole.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Eminem's going to write a
state.
diss song about you.
Ah, that's it. We're gonna get 8 Mile, bro.
That'd be great.
What do you mean that'd
No.
be great?
That'd be great.
You'll be cannabis.
That'd be great.
I got a song about me from Eminem. That's fucking
MGK
dope.
had to fucking switch over to a whole other genre when he got dissed. That would be great.
I'm not MGK though, so I'm
You're
just
going to go
another
from
guy.
trying to do stand-up to you're going to be the guy we smash avocados on.
What?
As long as they're fresh.
No, we're in Colorado. We can't grow fresh avocados here. They're hard as fuck.
Has anyone ever told anyone that, like they've had like a avocado head or like a fruit
No.
vegetable looking head?
I feel like you could
Me
turn
neither.
that into a racist thing.
Well, avocado?
Maybe. If you say it to somebody who's of Latino persuasion.
Call them avocado.
Oh
head.
yeah, okay, yeah. If I'm at like at the Mexican market and we're arguing over carne asada, I'm like, I ain't got any money. Fuck you, avocado head. Like, yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Oh no, man! I don't, just avocado head. Just like, what? I was trying to give you an avocado, you dick. What the fuck do you want?
Or
But I think other than that situation, maybe you should be okay. Yeah, avocado head.
Oh, he got him. It was all a setup.
I am insulted.
It's okay. I have a banana head, if it helps.
It's not very appealing.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nor is it Pulp Fiction. I don't. Do bananas have pulp? I don't think they do. I mean,
No, they have like when you peel them sometimes though. They
Yeah,
have
they
that
get
little
the
weird
film.
skin layer thing.
What is that?
And I don't like that part of them.
yeah, no. Yeah, no. That's the good part. All right. What else we got? We got all these topics happening. Did you guys hear about Kendrick's new final TDE album?
Oh, his announcement, man,
He has
fucking
spoken.
set the world ablaze. So Kendrick came out and said it's gonna be his final TDE album. So there's still a chance he's gonna keep making music after. It seems like he still has
Just with TDE.
just no more of TDE. He's gonna be doing his own thing. Yeah, he dropped a tweet, had this link, it says new thoughts.
And then you open it up and there's a website. Did it go? It did not go.
And the thing that was interesting, so he signed it Oklahoma.
I kind of think it's pronounced Oklahoma.
Yeah, see, I don't know how it's pronounced or anything.
Okay, llama.
Yeah, okay, llama.
But so I'm wondering, do you think that's gonna be the name of the album, or do you think that's gonna be a single?
I think it's gonna be a personality.
Yeah, because he does sign off on it, like as if it was his name. Unless it's like maybe it's like a greeting or something like in another language, like peace be on to you or something like that.
Maybe something like that. But yeah, he's talking about how he spends most of his days, or most of his time, just writing, listening to music, collecting old beach cruisers, and he talked about like love, loss, grief. But there's always hope happening, and as the world evolves, he's trying to find his place within it. And I mean, he's been, what does that say? 17 years he's been with TDE, so this is
Yeah.
the last one with him. So I do know that he has his own independent, or not necessarily independent, but his own
Label thing.
Yeah.
PF Lang.
Yeah, so maybe he'll take that further. And I don't know what his other journeys look like, because he's also like what Shady and Interscope affiliated.
Yeah.
So I don't know where those terms of like his arrangements are, but at the very least, like he's leaving TDE, which I don't know, man. I kind of always thought he would like be like a godfather within there and like kind of stay through everything. But I mean, also like he's made such an imprint and like he's done the job more well enough, and that's been acknowledged even by Top Dog. So it makes sense that he wants to build his own empire and have other people like follow through the way.
Right. Well, no, and I think the thing that I love about Kendrick so much is he's such an enigma in the sense that you got people like Drake and everything. He's having to reach out, collab with all of these other young guns and do all this stuff.
But he kind of has that Lil Wayne approach. Like he's
right.
still
No, and that's awesome.
magnified.
But Kendrick, he's just like, I'm not going to give anyone features.
But I
I'm
think
not
that
going to do it.
kinda-
Like, I'm just going to stay on my own thing. And then he announces this, and then it's all like everyone was freaking the fuck out when it happened,
Right.
And so I love how he can just be so secluded and do his own thing. But when he does announce something, like everyone cares. Like, to be honest, and of course I'm biased because I'm such a big Kendrick stan, but I care way more about this infinitely than fucking Kanye and Drake's albums combined.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like such a flex how like everyone's getting so anticipated on these albums that both of them have been delayed for so long. And so now all that's what we're talking about now is like who's going to drop first, or they're going to drop back to back or whatever. But Kendrick's like, yeah, I'm going to drop soon. I'll let y'all know.
Well,
and then it's just chill.
Think about this though, continuing on with that legacy, like if Kendrick Lamar is leaving, we don't really hear from Absol and J-Rock and Schoolboy Q too often, and we've seen, and with like in regards of like the latest like misadventures with Isaiah Rashad as far as like announcing his album, pushing it back, and then like having like what feels like really rushed lead up to the album that felt like it should have been done months beforehand, and probably way too much information and stuff like right before everything's happening. Kind of makes me a little bit concerned of what TDE is going to be looking like after Kendrick leaves to go pursue his own ventures.
Yeah, right.
Because I mean, absolutely,
they have had a lot of missteps, and their heavy hitters have been pretty quiet.
Yeah, and I mean,
like
of course,
what I guess you could argue, SZA has the most star power left.
Yeah,
after he leaves.
Yeah, because I mean, Absol has just been.
It's so long. He's pretty much lost it. Like
and
he has, his core,
I haven't
like
heard
fan base.
Anything from him.
But I don't think he's gonna be welcomed on that mainstream level like he was. Like you can't, with how fast the industry is now, you can't be silent for that long. No features, nothing.
Yeah,
like
because even Schoolboy Q was staying busy.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that like they didn't try to go the route of like Little Pump or whatever and stay like relevant through antics.
Sure.
But they didn't do anything, and that's almost worse.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Mac Miller didn't help at all because him, Absol, and Schoolboy Q were pretty close with him too. So I'm,
and then the pandemic and everything.
And who knows what happens, and then.
Yeah, no, I am curious to see how they continue on, because I definitely think just in general the spirit of Kendrick alone, I felt like helped carry it.
Oh, for sure.
Wouldn't it be such a crazy flex if like, say, whoever between Kanye, because here's my theory. One of Kanye or Jake is going to drop their album, and then the other person will rush to drop theirs almost as soon after to like try to overshadow them. Just especially because, and we can talk about this here in a second, they're embroiled in this like little, it's a long-standing beef, but it's re-flared up.
Yeah.
And I could see one of them like sliding and doing that. Wouldn't be the ultimate flex if then like a day after, then Kendrick drops his album and he's like, shut the fuck up, kids.
Yeah, 'cause now it's kind of like a three-headed dragon that's kind of coming through,
right?
Like, and of course, Kendrick isn't intertwined with the drama or the commotion that these other two, mega guys are dealing with. But I mean, he's still that force too, so that could persuade.
But
something.
yeah, and let's be real. As far as hip hop goes, I'm sure with the expectations all three of these artists have, they're all going. The fans at least going to have the expectation that these are going to be album of the year quality. So if they all drop around the same time, like that would be insane. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Right.
I'm just saying how crazy would that be?
I mean, they could. Here is the thing I will say with the Kendrick Lamar thing. It does not say that like new music is like coming.
Right, yeah, it's just that he's working on his album.
Just
and so we have
something.
no idea if he's still selecting beats, how much he actually has recorded.
I assume with his work ethic that he probably has been pretty frequent within the music and the booth and friends and people and talking and verses and stuff. But yeah, you're right.
And
like,
especially
who
with how
knows
complex,
really-
throwing together a concept album is,
Yeah.
having everything intertwined, like there's so much. I imagine you have to like build a crazy bass up and then cut out all the fat and then tweak shit, pull shit. Like I can't even imagine all the work that goes into it. So yeah, time will tell. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't get Kendrick's new album until 2022.
I can see that maybe like early like January, February, so we sit with it. That way, it's like album of like the year.
Yeah.
Not like for that reason per
se,
particularly.
but yeah.
Yeah, but it could be absorbed properly.
Yeah.
I don't know. And with Drake, he in his new feature that dropped with Trippie Redd song.
Yeah, have you heard that, Alex?
No,
Do you fuck with Trippie Redd at all?
I used to.
So, if you fuck with Trippie Redd, I will say check out his new album because I was bumping it in my car, trying to give it a chance. Like, maybe this is car bumping music. And maybe it is, but for me, I will say Trippie Redd's music makes me feel like an old man because it's the only music, not the only, but it's one of the few music that makes me be like, I don't understand how anyone enjoys this. Like, I've grown to appreciate some country, and I could see why it appeals to people. I don't understand how the beats, the yelling, the whine, it legit to me sounds like whining. Like, with some of his vocals sometimes, where he's like, yeah, like, I don't know, it just sounds like whining. And so that makes me feel like I'm an old man, and I'm just out of touch with it. Same with, like, Playboy Cardi's music.
But I also feel like they're not necessarily for everyone,
right?
And people know that too, because even all young people don't necessarily, or like young, like like kids and shit, like they don't all love. They just recognize them.
So with me saying that, so this song that dropped with Drake, I will give it credit in the sense I appreciate the transition from Trippie Redd to Drake is one of the smoothest transitions I've ever seen in a hip-hop song from one artist to another. And even though I didn't care for like the song itself and whatnot, I love that. And I was very surprised that Drake hopped on that kind of beat. And he kind of did it well as you can on that weird of a beat.
Yeah.
And the song was called Betrayal. And so in that song, Drake took some... I don't want to say shots because it didn't even necessarily feel like they were straight full-on shots.
That's also kind of like... okay, because he was saying... he basically had a line saying that he made Kanye West move his album, and he was talking about how his release date is set in stone, but he's never like officially like... Yeah, he's never officially like released like an actual like date for his album to be.
Right.
So it's kind of a power move because anytime he drops it, he can be like, yeah, that was like when I was wanting to be, and that helps like refer that. Refer that? Strengthen it. Yeah.
Reinforce it.
Reinforce it. Thank you.
And then he had what, like some line too about like how like don't forget or something, or like how he's not gonna let it slide or whatever. And I think it was referencing like how, yeah, he still hasn't forgiven like, and he's not. You don't know for sure he's referencing Kanye, but it's just that's the vibe you get. Especially the song's called Betrayal. That's the one definite.
Well, no, he
thing.
literally said.
So all you can do is
he literally
infer
said
the
that
entire
he moved Kanye West.
Kanye.
He literally said he moved Kanye West's album.
Yeah.
Which also, I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be a diss because that is kind of a cool, swaggy, not clout, but like official kind of thing. Like that's
Right, but
bragworthy.
I
like
feel
you're
with
so
the
you're
context
so you're so
of the
cool and
history they
popular.
have.
You made one of the greatest of all time to do it change when they're putting out their stuff because of competition.
But he definitely meant it as a jab. I feel just.
I
with
know.
the context.
I'm just saying.
Like, so
If
Jay
they didn't
knew
have
this,
this
I didn't know
history.
this till today. I'm curious if y'all. So, and Dan, you probably even know this song because it was so bad. Kanye West had that song that had that amazing beat, right? And then he came out and he was like, "Shoopity woo."
Oh yeah.
Shoopity scoop or whatever, and it was
Yeah.
like so trash. Everyone was memeing it. So here's the crazy backstory about behind this that I didn't know. Apparently, that beat Drake wanted. He was telling Kanye he wanted that beat, and Kanye was like, "Yeah, I'll give you that beat or whatever." And then without even saying anything to Drake or anything, he drops that song with that verse. And so basically, he was just trolling Drake the entire time by taking this beat that, well, honestly, is a godly beat. It's fucking a phenomenal.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And to just drop that shit on it to be like, ha, now you can't have it sort of thing. Like, Jay and I were talking, it might be low-key the best diss song out there. Because it's just, that's like the ultimate disrespect. To be like, yeah, you want this beat? I'm just going to fuck around and say nonsense on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They've been going back, and also I feel so dumb. I didn't realize how many little crazy jabs Drake threw at Kanye on his Duppy freestyle that were like low key slick. Like he had some where it was he said like 3 Kanye songs in a row, or whatever, and it was something like. I had to slide on him for over 30 hours, whatever. And it was referencing 3 songs that Drake allegedly helped Kanye write.
Oh.
And he was saying in a bar dissing on Kanye. So, like, I don't know. They've been throwing, like, so many subtle digs at each other for so long. And then Kanye responded.
Yeah. Well, sort of. There was a text that he posted.
Yeah. He shared, like, this public thing being like, oh, I've dealt with, like, jock bullies or something like that or whatever, dudes like you, my whole life, like, I will end you or whatever, or some shit. So Kanye's clearly feeling some sort of way. Even though I didn't feel like they were very strong jabs, Kanye seems didn't take it that way.
Well, and it also seems like he has something that he feels is going to end Drake's career, or he could definitely put him in shambles. And also, it seems somehow Pusha T was brought into the conversation with that song or something around it too.
Oh yeah, and he wants to bring
and
Pusha T.
Drake supposedly has the seething freestyle and or knowledge that would potentially end Pusha T's career or stuff, or at least
Oh, yeah,
put a big
way back
dent
in the
into
day.
it.
So-
it's a very interesting hate-love triangle that's happening.
All I'm saying is, and this could all, just be a marketing thing to hype both their albums up. But this is my favorite part of hip hop, when you get like these just, I don't know, hyper big artists that are just like going at each other. Like I live for it, and I am completely aware this could all be just fabricated, and just made to help boost both their sales.
It's for the fun of the show, though, at the very least,
Yeah, I'm along for the ride. I'll watch WWE. I know it's fake, but just make it good, man. But with that being said, I still care about Kendrick's album way more. I'll listen to both theirs, but Kendrick's the only one I'm probably repeating.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's get on to some of Dan's topics. I feel like we've been neglecting.
We want to get into
Yeah.
the more worldly, or not. I that's a bad way to phrase it. Sort of the world news topical going on.
International Dan.
Yeah,
International dance.
this is my segment. It's the news.
International.
All right, so I'm thinking let's talk about coronavirus. So obviously coronavirus fucks shit up.
Is coronavirus the new SeaWorld?
Yeah,
Coronavirus.
As of October 1st, if you want to go to any venue, you have to have the vaccine. They won't accept just negative tests.
Big facts.
So if you want to go to any concerts, unfortunately, you got to get vaccinated.
Vaccinated card. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a second ID.
And we kind of saw it coming. I think everybody kind of saw
Yo,
it coming.
I don't
and
remember
now
the
we're-
school.
Now we're at the point.
I saw apparently there was some college that apparently unenrolled like 278 students who refused to get vaccinated.
Wow, that's pretty harsh. That's really harsh punishment.
Yeah, Well, and it's harsh, but it's like I get it from the sense of the school, like they can't afford to shut down But and again, you could argue it still could happen anyways, but it's a simple fact they want to mitigate the risk as much as possible because they've bled so much money through all of this. And at the end of the day, that's really what it matters. They're going to say it's for the kids' safety and that they care about lives. No, it's they're trying to protect their bottom dollar, and that's honestly why all these places are doing this. They want, like we were saying, there's bars and stuff that are saying, oh, you have to wear a mask if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah, like I walked into to a bar the other day, and they had a sign that said either you have to have a proof of vaccination at the bar where you go and order, or you had to have a mask. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not vaccinated. Fuck it, I'll grab a mask, whatever, I get it. And go back, grab a mask, come in, and I'm the only one wearing one. And then people were like looking at me, and I was like, "Is it because I have the mask? Like, aren't we going the sign and the pandemic and what's happening here?"
Yeah.
But yeah.
So there was this interesting article on the Washington Post, and it basically is talking about this report that the Republicans, I know, fucking Republicans, but they released this congressional report, making some really big accusations against China that they are covering up the leak in Wuhan. So in Wuhan, there is a virology lab that basically studies viruses.
Yeah.
And they point out several different pieces of evidence in this kind of report to kind of like... So basically, they have to have a timeline of the virus in order to like fully understand it, to figure out like what the origin was, like, and when it started.
Right. Mike.
Look at Mike.
Ahem. No, I'm just kidding. So pretty much, they have to get a timeline, but China is. Like, first off, they've fully blocked any investigation from any global entity. Like, they're refusing to cooperate in any, any outside investigation to like figure out the timeline for the virus.
And they're like fudging numbers too at one point, right?
Yeah, they were fudging with numbers. Just a lot of misreports and a lot of false claims from
Sketchy
China.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, China's known for this. They're a really awful country. They're kind of bullies. So they pretty much kind of fucked the whole world, and they tried to cover it up. Just government bullshit. Never trust your government. So anyway, I want to read a few of the pieces of evidence. So pretty much, it was reported that in December of 2019, that is when China first, talked about COVID and reported its first case. But there was the Military World Games in Wuhan. In September of 2019, and the athletes from several different countries all reported, or some of them reported that they had COVID-like symptoms.
So 4 months beforehand.
Yeah, and I've heard stories like my dad got really sick in December of 2019.
Yeah, no, I did too. Jay, you remember?
Yeah, and I got sick in the beginning of 2020, before COVID. So I don't know, man. It definitely. It seems like it's already
hard for me though, because it's easy to remember that time you got really sick right before this crazy is it one of those weird correlation causation?
Right, like you're just trying to make sense of it all or whatever.
But I feel you because I've heard that from so many people, and that's what makes me question that. How is that such a universal thing that so many people can relate to that?
Yeah,
I mean,
it is kind of flu season too. It could be that. Yeah, so it definitely is a
literally
possible
never
explanation.
felt like I did that time though. It was legit the most my ass has been.
Oh
kicked.
yeah. My dad was aggressively sick, and I definitely felt really sick.
Jesus.
A really almost like a flu.
Yeah.
So it could be that. Could not be. Not really sure, but it is definitely possible that the virus was already out, already released, and already making rounds, before China actually said.
Oh yeah,
that.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's see here. So there were some weird things too that the lab did, and weird things that went on around the lab around September. So they have this whole database for viruses. They took that offline. in September.
Weird.
Yeah, they have a whole database
Super
of
weird.
all the viruses. I think it's a public database. I'm not sure exactly, but they took down that whole database.
Like public except for now.
Yeah, public except for now. Talked about the athletes. And there was also satellite imagery that, like, around September, there was, like, 3 times the amount of activity around not only the lab, but hospitals, like, around the lab. So, like, just a lot of vehicles in and out and shit. So that's some, like, pretty fishy shit right there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when it goes from 0 to 100, like...
That's
Yeah,
exponential.
especially
Jeez.
around when it is first, like, when they're
looking at it.
theorized that the virus got out in September, you know, in an accidental leak, and it wasn't from bats, which is what
Yeah.
their initial.
Claim was.
Yeah,
what
it was
their initial
bats,
claim was.
and then it was what? Yeah, no, it was the bats because it was the markets that they had out there.
Right, yeah, they said it came from, you know, like the illegal markets, you know, having like illegal animals, and, you know, it was reported that it came from a bat that was at the market.
All I'm saying is that when there's smoke, there's fire, and the whole world's fucking ablaze. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
more ways than one.
Yeah. So I really do believe, not conclusively, but I do believe that the virus was in fact leaked. 'Cause, I mean, there's a lot of pieces that it seems like they fit together, even though we're being told something different.
Right,
And,
yeah,
you know,
for-
how many times has the government
something-
fucking lied to us?
yeah, to be such a crazy strong virus that it impacts the whole world to just come from chance, like, and I'm not saying that's not entirely
Right.
possible, especially with like how intertwined all of our markets and commerce is and whatnot. But for it to be just such a perfectly deadly thing, yeah, it seems like that's something that has to be like leaked. And I'm not over here trying to insinuate that it was on purpose or anything like that. Whether it was,
Although
a
I
terrorist
would
act.
entertain that idea. I do.
Yeah, no,
because China is fucked up, and
But
that's
are they
what
still
the.
on that idea though, or are they still on?
I don't
are they
think
on
so.
it-
I
it's
think
man-made.
I think most people are leaning
To the man-made?
towards the accident. Oh yeah, definitely man-made.
That's what I thought. Cause
And I'm pretty sure there's some of this evidence being discussed politically as well.
That's what I was
too.
thinking. Yeah, wasn't it like politically discussed of it being like man-made or some shit, in, like labs or whatever, and then it got out? I don't know.
It's been back
too
and
much
forth, but
about
I
it, but
think
yeah.
I think now it's like officially being revisited.
But to be devil's advocate, the thing I would argue with that is, of course, other countries are going to want it to be man-made, and that sounds like a weird thing to say, but it's
No.
way easier to
You're
be
right.
able to blame it on one country for doing this fuck thing
Yeah.
rather than it being like, oh, shitty living conditions and, you know, bad hygiene or whatever led to this. It's way easier to be like, oh, this country did something bad. That is the one devil's advocate thing I would say, but also China hasn't done its best for its reputation.
Sure.
And it's not something that would surprise me, whether it was the government itself or even just like a lone terrorist sort of act, you know, like someone or a group of people who...
bioterrorism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bioterrorism. Like, whether it's population control or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different routes it could go down, but I definitely agree with you. There's just so much sus shit with it.
And even it could be like innocent because Lysol, they've had coronavirus as one of the things listed that they like take care of and kill for like the longest time. And so like it's a known virus that's like able to get around. So these things that we know are just like the more like lethal versions of it.
Well, yeah, that's what's weird. So like I heard that like
Yeah.
COVID or whatever, like the actual thing of it isn't like like bacteria spray or whatever. So like it's in like the bottles or whatever, but it's not as like deadly or whatever compared to what we're having to deal with now.
Yeah.
So we have all these fucking different strains or whatever that's growing with, which is crazy with throughout all kinds of different countries like
yeah.
London. It's fucking crazy. But yeah.
So, yeah, again, I do believe that it was man-made and definitely leaked from Wuhan. I mean, that's fucking insane. That
Yeah.
That would start another world war if it ever gets confirmed, you know? At least I feel...
I definitely think that could.
I don't know, with
that might
China,
be
though,
used as
they have-
ammunition, but China still has a really. China's like the biggest threat to
Yeah,
the
they're
whole
like-
fucking.
And they
we
make
want
all
to
of
go
our
to war with
stuff.
them, but where are we going to get our McDonald's toys, man?
Well, I've been hearing some crazy shit. Like I read a military article that said that they did like sort of like test like mock deployments, you know, and like battle scenarios and if China were to attack Taiwan, which is what their big focus is right now, because Taiwan gives them access to the whole like Pacific Ocean, because the Pacific Ocean is like hella fucking deep, and they can get like submarines in there and shit. But they like their whole coast is not a part of that like deep hole. Like it's just all like their own kind of shelf.
That's crazy that you mentioned that, because real quick side note, there was controversy. Apparently China was trying to claim that they beat USA in the amount of gold medals they got, because they were trying to count
recently?
all of Taiwan's medals as a part of China's medals.
Oh.
See, yeah, so they have a really
So,
big vested interest.
and at first I
in
thought that was just
Taiwan.
them being petty, but now that you're saying that almost sounds like them again,
Yeah.
low-key
Well,
trying
'cause
to
they
be
don't- 'cause they-
claiming, like,
And the John Cena, him
Yo.
apologizing for calling Taiwan a country, like
Right.
Do you think that in a sense like this COVID thing has in a sense brought up like a USA versus Soviet kind of sense, but with like China, because China's like whatever with like the Olympics,
No,
like
I
which
wouldn't
I
say
don't think it's
that.
the same. I don't think it's
No,
no,
no, 'cause
not
that's-
exactly the same.
that
but,
was
like,
definitely way
in a
more
sense.
propaganda based, and I'm not saying that that's not influenced at all here.
So, I mean, because there was a lot of propaganda that was given to
But
about China.
there's still more like real life shit happening now, you know?
Yeah, the country's way more divided, and people are generally more apathetic of like nationalism and shit now.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
feel
just saying, like, as soon as like the pandemic even hit, like people were like, oh, you know, whatever, China, this is China's fault, whatever.
Well,
Like,
that's just the inner hatred. Like, yeah, that stems back
Yeah,
up.
that's
But
what- yeah,
that
that's
is
not
sort
the
of an-
universal.
but I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though, in a sense, it's universal, but it doesn't follow the same properties that it did with the whole Soviet Union thing, because that was a whole different fucking thing. But I'm saying, do you think it's like a new generational
maybe
thing?
to
I guess
encourage,
I
like
want to
the
say.
radicals, yeah.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, exactly. Yes, that's yeah.
But that's just, I feel, almost anything at this point.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's the worst part, is like it's so radicalized that, like, for example, even with like vaccines, either you are pro-vaccine and you got it, or you're an anti-vaxxer. You know, like
Right.
there's no middle. Like
You always pick a
I'm
side.
not sure. Yeah, you have, and that's the worst. I hated, like, before I got my first vaccine, like. People were like accusing me of being anti-vax. It's like, it's not that I'm anti-vaccine. It's that I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And I'm kind of just trying to wait
Right.
and see how shit plays out.
And you know, years of mistrust and like misinformation from the government and everything that's been happening. You know, the past 4 years,
like the
8
whole
years.
health system got politicized. Like
Yeah,
I used to be able
healthcare
to
is
like just
politicized.
trust like doctors for the most part. Now I'm like, oh,
No,
like they
no,
had
and-
all
and
these
that was the
crazy
huge thing that
rules and
raised
stuff
the
to our
red flag
health
for
and
me.
bodies when this whole pandemic is going on. Like I
Right.
can't trust this.
Right.
Well, no, and the thing, that baffles me is just like, you're left to fucking die if you don't got insurance, you know, with
Right.
all these other crazy deadly diseases. But now COVID, they're like, yeah, oh yeah, we'll give you this shit for free. And I've just always been raised, if you're getting anything for free, be suspicious. And I know it's different contexts, like it's a mass pandemic, it's
Yeah.
affecting everyone. But still, just in general, like you would think like, oh, everyone needs water. Water should
But
definitely be
also-
free. And you got Nestle fucking holding
also-
a stranglehold.
If you had to pay for the vaccine though, everyone would be like, oh, well, they're just trying to make money off the vaccine.
Right. No, and I get that, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just sits weird with me.
Well, and like some of the backstories of like these different companies and like people's like intuitions and whether or not like things will come into to play with other. I'm going to say, I know it's not wrong, but strains or whatever they're called, you know, different things that sprawl from COVID and how they react with different stuff. Yeah, it's a lot to wonder, especially after we've had like doctors and people who we're supposed to trust like kind of lie to us like on a national
Well,
front.
yeah, and plus,
then
like-
also the My Pillow guy is talking about things. You're like, hold on, how are you helping us with the pandemic? I don't really understand. Like, I don't think sleep is what I need.
Well, like the Pfizer company, right? Like the Pfizer company has had like a lot of problems in the past too.
Johnson Johnson's been fucked up. They used
Exactly,
to
yeah.
kill babies or something weird or something happened. I don't know.
Yeah, there used to be a third Johnson.
You could say they cut off their Johnson.
Oh, I'll drink that.
I'll take a shot. Too.
Yeah, anyone else?
All right, round 2.
Yeah, boys, yeah. Hey, babe.
I'll take
Wanna
a
take a break? Okay.
So I kind of moving on from that, but kind of springboarding into otherworldly things going on.
International.
You guys seen the
Dan.
footage from Afghanistan?
There's footage?
No.
Well, so there was this big like Air Force like C-130, like one of those huge planes, and it was taking off from Kabul airport in Afghanistan. I believe.
Yeah,
That's not confirmed, but I
you're right.
believe it was Kabul airport. But either way, it was a landing strip, and there was just a mob of people like running alongside the plane.
Oh yeah.
People like jumped onto the plane and like hung on to it as it was taking off.
And fell off of it.
That was an American plane too, huh? That's
Yeah,
what
it was
you
an
said?
American
Yeah.
plane. And they did, like, the Air Force did investigate. I'm sure there's going to be further investigations into it.
USA Today.
It's very, it's very revealing to how, like, a lot of the Afghanis are very illiterate. It's a very poor country. People are very illiterate. Like, they don't know the implications of hopping on a plane and, like, the fact that once it, you're going to die. Like, unless you can somehow manage to get into the land. No, you're still probably going to die.
Well, I feel bad
You're
too
gonna die.
because it's just like it's be where you are to where you potentially probably could get killed or whatever, and then you're just trying to get out, hop on a plane, and they're not letting you, and it's just like, I'm gonna take my chances trying to hop on the fucking plane,
Yeah.
and Tom Cruise my Mission Impossible ass out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit.
Yeah, so this whole exit of Afghanistan has been a complete disaster. And actually, it was Trump who was the one who kind of declared and was pushing for leaving the Middle East and leaving Afghanistan. And now Biden
with
kind of
that.
took that burden and he did it. But it was very not a clean exit at all.
Well, and what I'm concerned with is the after, because like we've had these people like our troops and stuff in position, and for a while it was like, oh, like we need to be here for where the fuck is my mouse? We need to be here for peace and justice and stuff, and now they're pulling out, and it feels like it's one of those things where like you put someone there and like knowingly, like once you pull them out, you're gonna have to put them right back in there. So like you pull them out, and now there's like issues happening, and they're like, oh, that's it. Now we gotta send our fucking freedom boys over there and figure it out. And now like people are gonna rally because like the Taliban that gives us like an excuse and actual reason to be over there, and in a sense make more money and able to print more things, because you can't go broke during a fucking war.
Yeah, now it's just going to be waiting until they attack us again. Once they gain strength. And dude, we left a bunch of weapons. Like we left a whole weapon cache over there. So they have like M4s and all sorts of like
and
U.S. military hardware.
That's the crazy thing, man.
See, is that an oopsies, or is that like we left it because
I feel like oopsie, like I feel like personally, like there's so many different entities, and I see so many openings for things to be funded by us just for the sake of, I don't know, conflict, war, money. I don't know, just
Money.
weird other stuff.
money.
Yeah. There's so much money in war. And even Eisenhower was talking about, like, he had an exit from his presidency. And usually people talk about, like America and, like, their term and, like, the future and whatever. This dude, I'm paraphrasing hella, but he's basically like, listen, motherfuckers, like, these guys want to keep us in war because, we get money when we're here. And there's people who are looking just for that conflict just to get that quick buck. And that's not the American way, and that's not safe. And we're going to crumble because of it. Mm-hmm. Paraphrasing, of course, but...
The whole war was really started to fuel the military-industrial complex for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, Lockheed Martin made billions of dollars. Even though the war cost the fucking American people trillions of dollars. Which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So
I will say, though, on the
trust
flip
your
side,
government.
with the context, so obviously we're going to be getting a lot of refugees that come over, and you always get that hatred of people being like, oh,
Yeah.
we're already struggling to bring all these refugees.
I heard there's refugees in Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a thing. And so the thing I just want to remind people is love your fucking neighbor, even if they're coming from all this. You have no idea what they
We're all
go
people.
through. I highly recommend a page to follow on Facebook. So I'm not sure if you call him a novelist or what, but so there's this guy. He makes these. He calls them Heart of New York or something like that. And basically, all he does is he'll interview various people in New York, and he'll just have them tell him his life story, their life story or whatever, whatever it is, whether it's, a family member who had cancer or them being an immigrant or just something about like how they were able to have this business that they have or whatever. And he'll document it, and usually he'll break it up into different parts or whatever. And I don't know, it's just very inspiring and just very real. And then eventually he'll take all of the collections of the people he's interviewed, and then he'll put them into a book. And then he'll release that book, and so that's how you support him. But you can hear pretty much all the stories if you follow him on Facebook. And he recently did one with this guy, Ray, and Ray's not even his real name, but I don't remember what it actually was. But he lived in Iran, and he was dirt poor, like legit as a kid, just lived off like a hard brick of bread and water, like his entire childhood. When he became an adult, joined the military for life, because that's how it is there. Like, once you join, like, you're there. And he was in the Navy, and he hated it, and it was terrible, and he just wanted to leave. And so eventually, but the thing is, you don't quit. Like, they'll kill you if you try to, like, abandon whatever.
Oh,
and
like
so
gang
just waited
shit.
until they were close to Miami, and jumped ship and swam for an hour until he got into Miami.
Good God.
Picked up just whatever, like a job like washing like pots and pans, legit lived in a fucking tent, and was fed just like the cook would like cook him a thing of rice and have like food underneath the rice or whatever, and like lock yourself in the closet so you don't get caught by management and eat this. And that's what he would do for food. Saved up money, eventually found a better job and became like a waiter at a country club. Saved up $10,000. Then the manager was like a drug addict and was basically like, give me $5,000 or I'm going to call immigration on you. Had to give up him half of his savings, then took the rest of his money, went all the way to New York, and just found like an employment agency, had a fake ID that said he was from Puerto Rico, because he knew it would be easier for him to get a job if he was Puerto Rican rather than Iranian.
Whoa.
Adopted that fake ID's name of Ray. Saved up money until he had enough money that he could buy a candy shop from a dude. And now he just runs a candy shop in New York.
Holy shit.
And I'm
That's
just saying,
pretty sweet.
You can't tell me that's not the American dream.
Yeah.
Well, just to even own a business, let alone in New York.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like, that's a tough fucking city to even own a.
Yeah.
To even have a fucking apartment, dude. Like.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Like, that sucks. Like, motherfuckers just do that. To, like, you don't give me $5,000. Here's a first class ticket.
So all I'm just saying is for like people who like want to hate on illegals or be like, oh, they're abusing the system. Like, how is this man abusing the system in any way? Like, he's working 10 times harder than I'll say I've ever fucking worked.
Yeah. You actually want to go out and do something like that's
yeah, and saving every dime. He's not spending on any alcohol, not on cigarettes or drugs. Like, he's just saving every dime, living as meager as he possibly can until he can make something.
Well,
of
and even
himself.
if he was, like, tell me, a senator person who's not, like,
right.
I never understood
and so
that.
I don't know, like, it just. I feel like it's a weird excuse that people used to justify, like, oh, I'm not doing well in life because these illegals are taking advantage or whatever. And it's like, that's just you justifying you squandering your fucking potential.
Yeah.
At least that's what it is in my mind. Or like, when I drive home from work, and this is a little side tangent, there's this house that's right next to a school, and this dude has this huge ass sign that he just put up, and I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's all like talking shit about Hickenlooper. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, it's just so weird to me, like how you can invest so much energy and hatred towards this, let's be real, small-time politician compared to, the fucking country or the world. And, like, you're just blaming all of your fucking problems on this guy that you have to make a sign and advertise to the world. Right next to a school, mind you. So kids are going to see that and be like, oh, what does that mean, mommy? Like, it's just so weird to me to be, like, that so invested in this person who, like... And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying politicians aren't fucked and shouldn't be held accountable, but, like, enough to put up a sign, like, saying all these weird fucking...
It's called
just
mudslinging.
Weird to me.
It's called mudslinging. Hey, man, it's a political movement. It's a chessboard. To
I
bring
guess,
that... To try to knock down your opponent.
I guess that's where I'm just so
sway
indifferent to the politics in the sense that, like... I got my own internal fucking struggles and stripes that I gotta work on and better, and... why am I gonna be so obsessed with what this huge politician or fucking like it's just weird to me.
Yeah. No, I understand being baffled that people can invest so much of their lives in the fucking politics.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, man, I'd rather just work on myself and be.
Well, no, and
fucking
especially
better.
when they get invested in all these like big time stuff, but then they're not attending like their local fucking shit.
Yeah, they're not
or whatever.
actually
Yeah.
taking steps to improve their community. They're just posting.
And
about it on
that's what people
Facebook
don't realize. It has to start with that small shit. It's you electing good local officials that's gonna help influence that. Like if all you're focused on is that big picture, it's like trying to build a puzzle. Like everyone knows, in my opinion, if you're a good puzzle builder, you got to build the fucking frame first.
Yeah.
You gotta start with the edges.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't start with the edges and you're just trying to, you're not gonna build that 5,000 piece puzzle.
Right.
So, I don't know. Sorry, I went on a weird rant there, but
I like your puzzle rant. I
Yeah.
like puzzles. Except when
So
they
going
piss me
back
off.
to the original point, Afghanistan is real powder keg. It's real fucked up. I mean, that's how the Middle East has always been, especially Afghanistan. It's always just been like a really like a country just full of turmoil and like
Yeah.
you know.
Hatred.
But they've never
But
been
it's-
they've never been conquered. Like nobody's ever been able to tame the people of Afghanistan.
Yeah,
So they've
they've-
never really fallen under a banner. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. The Taliban's going to gain strength. I'm sure they'll be backed by Russia or China against us, and it's just going to be a problem we're going to have to deal with in the future. And then like a bunch of people on the right are going to call for war. People on the left are going to be like, nah, like let's not do this again. Why would we go back to war and spend trillions of
Yeah.
more dollars? But then big interest for the industrial complex will be like, oh, maybe we can market
Make
from
some
this.
money. Why not?
You know, because if you get people that are fucking angry, like what happened after September 11th, like
Yeah.
when the general public is enraged, and you know that fuels the fucking war cries, you know. So yeah, shit's fucked, and I'm honestly predicting more war in the future, World
I
War
definitely
III
see that.
possibly.
sooner
Yeah.
than later.
Sooner than later, shit, you know, and with global warming and like our ocean's about to fucking die. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm being a fucking Debbie Downer right now.
No, and I think that's the worst part is like we have such global problems, yet we're still, and I think that's like what ultimately, whether that's in 20 years, 50 years, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, I think if ultimately what's going to be the death of humanity is the fact that, yeah, we can't band together because I feel like I've talked about this before, but they talk how like there's 5 different levels of civilization or whatever, and for us to get to the point where like we're actually exploring space like to its ultimate capability, for us to get beyond the level we have now, we have to be a united world. Like we can't be feuding with each other, like major powerhouses at least. Like there's always going to be like small internal squabbles, like that's unavoidable. But when you have all the major powerhouses in these weird chess games where they're using all these small countries to backhandedly attack each other and everything, like there's no way we're going to get to the point, because I think the next step before we get to like like universe and different planets is first we have to be able to harness the energy of the sun to power our entire planet like efficiently, like not having to use oil, gas, or anything. If in theory you should be able to use the power of just the sun solely to power the whole planet, but without us all being united, the chances of getting to that are like astronomically low.
Well, I believe what's going to happen is just there's going to be mass population die-offs, but there will be. I mean, I think humanity is going to survive.
It's just gonna have to go through a lot of like.
Well, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of
ages
change.
we haven't even comprehended
There's
yet.
too many fucking people, and we're gonna reap what we sow, and like causing all this pollution, and we're destroying the planet. The planet will be fine, like later. It'll rebound.
Oh yeah, no, the planet itself, yeah,
It'll
we'll
rebound.
continue to live on. No, that has millions upon millions of years to still go. But as far as humans, at least in our present state,
I mean, if we don't destroy ourselves first.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a good chance we destroy ourselves, or like Dan says, just a mass amount.
Mass style famine. Dude, it's like the 4 horsemen. It's gonna be famine, war, fucking whatever the 2 other ones are.
I would argue that we are the 4 horsemen.
Hey.
I call being famine.
Call being famine. Where are the other ones?
I got war.
War.
I don't even know them, so I'll just be whatever.
Cheers.
Or, disease. That's definitely one.
That's famine. That's famine.
No. Famine's different than disease.
I'm definitely just the disease.
No, it's not.
Yeah, famine's like.
Jarek, look at the 4 horsemen, please.
Gotcha. That's really fun.
So we can settle
Let's
this.
hop in here real quick. Settle this like men. Does
The Jaeger.
man? I'm just sipping on this Jaeger over here. I feel fucking great. Oh.
You're not a Jägermeister, you're a Jaeger mistress.
Boo.
I was gonna say Jaeger bitch, but like that didn't even have anything clever with it. It was just a straight insult.
All right, what
should've
are
went
the
like
4
Jägermeister.
horsemen
Nah,
of the
yeah, with your-
apocalypse?
No.
4 horsemen, lot of talk. Okay. Violence of warfare.
That's already me.
Oh, where's my thingy?
Conquest, war, famine, and death.
So which one's all 4 of us?
So
I'm
wait,
confused
what
by
was
that.
it again?
Conquest and war, I feel like, are the same thing.
No, conquest is essentially just like a voyage. So essentially, just exploring your outer shit. And war is just, I mean, you set yourself out
Well,
to destroy.
This
and
one-
be empowered.
This one says something a little different.
Book of Revelations, it's conquest, war, famine, and death.
What are the 4 horsemen of the?
Yeah, see? Right up there. Jay, at the very top. Conquest, war, famine,
Oh.
and death.
Yeah, I feel like in order to have conquest, there is war needed.
Well, no, because you could argue that there's war and then there's just conquest. Like,
Yeah,
you just
or
toppling.
maybe you could argue that
lower
conquest-
people who can't even compete with you. Like, you could argue the Warriors with Kevin Durant conquested the NBA. They didn't go to war with the NBA. They just fucking dominated them. I think
Yeah.
that,
Well, I
in
think
my
that-
mind, that's how I differentiate it.
I think that could be translated into the conquest of the earth. I think
basketball line.
that's the human conquest of nature and the
Yeah.
planet.
What
Yeah.
I really am more confused about is war and death.
No, so
Those-
death is just death.
So death is just abroad, just death. But war is just, again, you just want to start.
Yeah,
something
no,
to be
because war
dominant.
is way
Yeah.
more than just death. War is traumatizing. It
Tragedy.
Power.
breeds revenge. Yeah, power. Like, there's so much more that death is just death. And then
Yeah.
you're right, Dan. Like, famine, I guess famine encompasses disease and lack of food, like all of that.
Yeah, I think famine can definitely be sort of a pandemic, but also like mass like starvation and I guess just like causes of death and like
Like
locusts, yeah, like a fucking plague.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pandemic could definitely start a famine.
I'd hate to be that guy or chick.
So damn. So yeah, I guess we already got war, we got famine. So we just need conquest and death.
But there is hope out there, so not to be completely down. There is hope.
So he'd be
There's always-
conquest
there's
and I'd be
always hope.
death. Because
The
hope would,
iCarly
hope,
reboot's
hope would
actually kind
probably.
of decent. So there's that.
I'll be
Who's
conquest.
going?
That's cool. That's a pretty dope name.
Like that.
I'm a conquistador.
Conquistador.
Shut up. That's the joke I'm making. I'm gonna get
I
it.
guess Alex is death because he just killed the joke.
Oh!
Alex, your skin looks glowing tonight.
Thank you. I did something new.
I'm gonna order a pizza. I'm hungry. So.
Yeah.
Don't even want to know what I did new.
What'd you do new, Alex?
We can do
Olay
both.
lotion.
Nice.
Steal it from
Good.
your girl.
Lotion up.
Anyone have Sliceworks? You know, how's that?
I've heard it's good. I think Dorval's gone from there before, but I don't know.
Get Big Daddies.
Big Daddy's classic.
Daddy's
If you do it from
always-
Big Daddy's,
always
you gotta get the
illegal.
real big one.
You do. Honestly, you have to get the big one if you're gonna
Yeah.
get Big Daddy's.
The Big Daddy, or whatever it's called.
Because at that point, that's when it makes it worth
We
it.
do that
Yeah.
Fat Sully's pizza. That shit's
That's
fucking
always his
fire.
thing.
Shit's fire.
I will give them credit as one of the upper echelon of thin crust pizza.
Yeah, I like honestly, personally, going back to our earlier discussion, I'm not really a huge deep dish guy.
Really?
I just like a nice thin crust pizza.
I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just too much. It's just like I don't know.
And maybe this is like a eating disorder thing that's like developed with me, but like when I'm gonna go unhealthy, I want to go unhealthy as possible.
Uh-huh.
And so I want that deep dish, fucking all the carbs, all the sauce, like.
Well, he's also from the East Coast, where like pizza, you know, so, like think about like New York pizza as compared to like Chicago pizza.
Right, no, and
like,
that was
you have ties in
and
Chicago,
legit,
which
the
makes
best
sense
pizza
where
I've
that dish
ever
comes
had
from.
was in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I am biased in that sense. I've never been to
so
Philly.
I bet you that's where those like core differences kind of come from.
Yo, boys, we need to go on a road trip sometime soon.
I'm saying, boys trip. Sorry, Ace, you don't have to wake up. You're okay, good boy. You can come with the
Yo,
trip.
we,
You know what's
we
happening.
should start off small and just do like a brief West Coast. Like I say, we hit.
I want to take you guys to California for real.
Well, no,
Wyoming?
so I say we
We need
hit.
money first.
No, so we could hit Wyoming on our way. I say we hit Seattle, Portland, Cali, Vegas, Utah, back home.
That's such a stretch. I love the last. So
Yeah,
you said Vegas.
no, that's the route, yeah.
Utah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, because
Utah home.
I definitely want to visit Seattle and Portland because those are two places that I've considered moving to just because weed's legal there. And I'm sorry, that's a factor for me. It always is going to be.
I agree with
what'd you
that. Weed's legal in Portland.
And Portland. Okay.
And I feel like they both have Colorado similar vibes, or at least from what I've heard. So I at least would like to check them out. And then, of course, yeah, Cali. Wherever in Cali, Jay, I trust you whether we go.
We'll find a good spot.
Yeah.
I'll plan some stuff out. We're going to the beach. We're going to Pismo, at the very least. At the
And
very
then
least, Pismo.
How many fucking beaches do they have there?
I don't know, but y'all need to experience Pismo.
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 I've never even heard of that place.
Now,
I know.
what's that?
wanna piss less.
What's that other? They got Pismo and they got
All right. To put it in perspective, actually, I won't. It's cool though, cause you know how they had like the dunes over like in Nebraska that we went to, or not like the dunes, but like people were like driving on the beach and shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
There's a lot of that vibe in Pismo's kind of
That's
spots.
nice.
Like there's
That's dope.
dunes, there's the boardwalk. It's great because you get all of like the extra stuff while it's still like kind of low key. And there's this restaurant too. It's seafood. It's called Pismo's. Ooh.
And then y'all
Some of
know
the best
now-
shit ever.
When we go through Nebraska, I'm going to be very obnoxious, and I don't care where we go, whether it's a drive-through or a restaurant or anything. Anytime I see someone after they leave, I'm gonna go Roll Tide. I don't care if it makes sense or any context. I just feel like
don't get
that's
it.
a Nebraskan thing to do. Or no, and we do if we go to Nebraska, we have to hit a Runza shop.
The fuck's a Renza?
A Runza is it's basically like a cabbage and hamburger stuffed roll thing. That's
Okay.
They make you extremely gassy. I'm gonna let you know now, but they're fucking bomb.
I swear we've had something like
they're
that
super.
before.
Mom made them all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of those.
Dom, you're the only one here who hasn't been to Nebraska, I think.
No, I've been
No,
to
I've
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
I know
No,
you've
no,
been
that's why he said Dom's been the only one who hasn't been to Nebraska.
No, I have.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I almost moved there.
Really?
Thank God
Why?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Why?
So when I got expelled, I got sent to live
Oh.
with my step uncle, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's weird and complicated. I don't want to get into it. But I was living with them in the smallest town I've ever lived in, called Hudson. And it's a small little town that's like a 20-minute drive from Brighton. And like legit, it has a Carl's Jr. inside the gas station and a fancy restaurant and then like a convenience store and a butcher shop and a library. And that's pretty much it.
Brighton
Damn.
sucks. So I can
And
Yeah.
mind you, it's like maybe
more.
like a half hour from like Hudson to Nebraska. Like it's actually pretty close from Hudson.
No,
to
no,
Like
it's
right
longer
there.
than that.
No, I thought it was.
It's like
definitely
2 hours.
all you
No,
have to do is
it's an
take the
hour if
highway.
you speed, and it's easy to speed because it's fucking nothing all the way there. But I was living with them, I was adapting to all of that, and then they were buying a house out in Nebraska, and they wanted me to move in with them. And at the time, I hated my stepdad so much that I'd rather live in Nebraska than live in Colorado with him.
Sure.
But then I was forced to move home. And while all of that sucked, I'm still grateful because I'm sorry, Nebraska sucks.
Yeah, they ain't got much going on over there.
Nah.
No, and I would have just gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I'm the type of
You'd have been
person,
bored.
I need
You'd have been too
something.
bored.
I
Yeah.
don't need a lot. I'm the type of person, I'm satisfied to go fucking bowling with the homies. You know, I'm a cheap date. But, like, I need some shit going on. I need to be able to be like, hey, I'm bored. I want to go check out a new restaurant and be able to fucking just walk to one. Because
Yeah.
Colorado has so many. And, like, shit like that.
When you have to drive 50 miles to McDonald's, that's not a fun state to go to.
I'd go bowling.
Bowling's pretty fun.
Dan,
yeah.
you want to join a bowling league with me?
I don't know if I go that far. But
I know, I
would
suck.
definitely
I suck.
go drink and...
I would say yes. I don't want the commitment of a whole.
That's the only
league,
issue with
but
it. That's what
but
stops me.
how about this though?
I'm pretty competitive.
How
too.
about we create a
Same.
pseudo bowling team? We'll get the jackets, we'll get the shoes, we'll get special balls, but we bowl together as a unit on occasion.
All right, so Dan and I versus you and Alex.
God damn it, 165, yeah.
By the end of it, we'll all be arguing with each other for our own personal scores, so it'll be okay. Yeah, with it.
As long as I get 69.
Hey.
Yeah, Dan gets 69 like halfway through and just starts rolling gutter balls every time. He's like, nope.
Yeah, no bumpers either.
No bumpers. Damn it! There goes my whole
I
fucking.
know Alex wants the bumpers, but no
Dude, I
bumpers.
love the bumpers.
Of course you do.
Yeah, it
Y'all
helps.
ever
The
miss with the
assistance.
bumpers on and feel like a piece of shit?
No.
Done it a few times.
No.
Done
I
it
feel
a
like
few
they're
times.
just training wheels. I'm glad to have the training wheels.
I fall with the training wheels, man. You know,
I feel like the
I'm
Tiger
letting y'all
Woods
know
of
now,
bowling.
before y'all judge me, I use a light ass ball.
that's good.
Like 13 pounds light.
Not bad.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't donate earlier.
I'll use
Won't be
my
able to
other
take you on.
hand, bitch.
Ooh.
Because I'm sports ambidextrous.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right.
No, legit. Like, I throw a football left-handed, I shoot right-handed.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never seen it. At least the football.
Yeah, basketball, you just see me getting buckets on you.
Yeah, speak for him. I know damn well right.
Yeah,
I'm the
we'll
one
go back on the court someday. Someday soon.
Anytime, Dan. Let me know.
We could go right now. I know a little court.
Does anyone have a ball?
I have a ball.
He's
but
got
you
a
hate
ball.
my fucking ball.
I do. It's a girl's ball.
What, do you want a ball and use it, or do you just be too much
We
of
can
a
go
pussy
ball.
to do
We
it?
can go ball right now.
Yeah, he's gonna pussy out like per usual.
Well, no, and also we need to finish this, dude. What else
we
got
don't need
left?
to. We're at 2 hours. You know, it depends how
Yeah.
I
I
feel.
kind of want a ball though
we
now.
wanna ball?
we got a pizza on the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just
All
saying.
right, well, what else we got?
We could ball in the parking lot.
We could talk about suffering. I don't know if we want to end on that note, though. I mean, it's more of a philosophical talking point. You know, just sort of an open-ended thing.
Yeah, we could talk on it. Because I don't have anything too pressing.
No, wait, no. I gotta talk about fucking all these goddamn celebrities and them blasting their L's. And I don't get why they do it. So first, I'm gonna start with PJ Washington. Does anyone here know who PJ Washington is?
Yes.
Basketball player?
Yes.
Yes, bless you. by the way.
Celtics?
No, he plays on the Hornets.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He was dating Brittany Renner, Instagram model. She's the chick who wrote the book talking about how Colin Kaepernick would make her pay for her flights out to fuck him or whatever. Basically the definition of an Instagram thought. Well, he had a kid with her. And they broke up and everything. And it was a bullshit thing. He does have to pay child support, but some fucking shitty Instagram page that doesn't even have like 5,000 followers posted saying that he has to pay $200,000 a month child support.
Huh.
And the internet went crazy just believing it. He's obviously not paying that much. he's still probably paying, in like
Something.
the 5 digits.
How do they determine this shit? I don't understand.
They base it off your pay.
I get that, but like, how much does a fucking child need? Like, do they really?
No,
$200,000?
just more.
It's way more than
and
that.
here's the
It's
reason
way
why
more
they
than
do
that.
it based off your pay is that the child's style of life needs to be consistent, whether it's with their father or their mother.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. Okay, I mean, I get it, but damn. Okay.
So he's obviously not paying $200,000 because that is just absurd. He's
a lot of
not
money.
making near enough for that to be their amount.
Yeah.
But it just
Wait.
it ended up
per
blowing up,
month.
especially because PJ Washington, and this is where he was dumb and he was broadcasting his L's. He like tweeted like, "Oh, you were lying the whole time. You're just faking it." And then after the fact, he's
What?
been tweeting and then retweeting him being like, "I just want to see my son. When can I see my son?" or whatever. And I have no idea the validity of that. I'm not going to speak on that, like whether or not she's actually keeping him from seeing him or whatnot. But the fact, like, dude, you're just broadcasting, like,
Problems.
you're already getting trolled
Yeah.
because you fell for a hoe. And then now you're just broadcasting all of the drama that's going along with it. And he's like retweeting Future, being like, "Pray for her," or like he quoted J.
Jesus.
Cole, "Don't save her," or whatever. And like, I don't know, it's just really petty. It just doesn't make him look good. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think
rough.
more and more it's like, it sucks. You got caught and you're going to be paying her for 18 years, but accept that L and move on. Because all you're doing is feeding into exactly what she wants. Because that's apparently she recently announced she's about to write a second book. So she's making a career writing a book about scamming all of these athletes.
Damn. That's a new level low, I think.
Yeah.
Someone else who also be taking these L's, Coy Leroy. I'm not sure. I know Jared has heard it.
Yeah.
She had her freshman cipher
Double XL.
on XXL, and it was so bad. Like halfway through, I'm not sure if she just like forgot what she had or she didn't have anything. But so she's super skinny as fuck. Like I'm talking like no titties, no ass. Which whatever. I'm not hating on that. But then she just like
Team skinny?
stops spitting and starts twerking. And I don't know, it was terrible, and she just didn't have anything, and so she was getting trolled.
Well, and her bars weren't very good, and it seemed like
At
she
all.
ran out, and she had kind of panicked and gone to, some lame attempt at a dance rather than actually do what she was supposed to
How
do.
do you run out for that though, dude? It's pre-planned.
They give you
Well, here's the
time,
thing.
right?
Well, they give you.
How do you run
Here's
out?
the weird thing with it too. They give you multiple takes of it. At the end of that particular one, Murray, he like sang her off, and she kind of like danced whatever. But yeah. So you get multiple takes to have your freestyle, and also she had done a remix or a re-edition or a reinstatement of something of her freestyle, like saying like, oh, like that wasn't like whatever they wanted to do, like here's the real thing. And she had like a home video vlog kind of esque live style of her doing something, but I mean that holds no validity because you're not at the fucking event.
Yeah.
No, and then she tried before, like arguing, being like, "I think I had one of the best XL ciphers there. I didn't even listen to the other people's, but me and Lecrea, we had the best ones." And Lecrea killed it.
She killed it.
I'm not taking away
This
from
is
her.
the first year I have not actually heard the double XL cipher.
You didn't miss out on much. I will say.
I figure, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the lineup.
No.
But
So some of the
maybe that's
females
on me.
they shined out.
I'm not to say the females or whatever, but it's just like
Like in
I don't
general.
know them. I need to be yeah. Go ahead though.
It was definitely lackluster, but so Coy Leroy, she keeps just trying to defend her doing. Then she was on, I don't know if it was like Rolling Loud or it was like some music festival, and she was performing, and it was just crickets. Like the entire crowd, like no one was singing along, no one was vibing or anything, and she was trying to defend that, and it's like, yo, just stop, just keep grinding,
Go.
get your shit
Yeah.
going, but don't try to like front and
Address the
pretend.
whole thing and like just make your music. Just do you, dude. You'll be okay.
Just
Yeah.
take the L and just learn from
But
it.
it's not even an L if it's like played off right. Like
If you play it off right, yeah, then it's not an L. But
yeah, but with the and I think a piece of what I'm saying too is like the double backing and like that weird. I want to say pride, even though it's probably not the right word, but like
No, it is like that you don't care, but then
Yeah.
you clearly care a lot.
yeah, man.
Like same like, and I don't want to get too on this because it's controversial, I guess. But Lizzo. So
Oh.
Lizzo, she dropped a song with Cardi B, and the song was very mid. She had one line where she was like, "I haven't fucked Drake yet," and like that got people all like, "Oh, she's trying to fuck Drake or whatever." But people were trashing her for like how bad the song was. And then she came out and was crying on a live stream about how everyone just hates on her because she's fat and making her hate her body and stuff. Even though Lizzo, like her whole like
There's
persona
love for
that
that.
she's built up
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
how she doesn't give a fuck and she's beautiful and she loves herself.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say like you can't be sensitive or have that not hurt you, but when your whole brand is built up that you're a confident woman that doesn't care about that, it just seems very wishy-washy.
Yeah.
wasn't there like a rumor mill about the whole thing about how it was confirmed that Drake and Lizzo had a thing or whatever? but
No,
it was
no,
just a
no.
rumor or whatever.
And that's what I'm saying. She is purposely diving in on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because of the publicity it brings. And again,
And
it's that whole thing. Or it's
also-
like
That's
she
smart.
was
Wait,
at
hold on,
an
though.
NBA game and she was in like ridiculously like revealing way too much. Like even a skinny girl like showing that much would have been too much. And it panned to her because of course like the camera panned to her because she's a celebrity and she was like twerking and legit like showing her whole fucking ass on TV. And it like caused this whole drama. And she was like, "Oh, I just don't care." And it's like, no, you can't have it both ways. You can't be super confident and just showing all of this skin and everything,
And she thought she-
then being upset when you get criticized for it.
And she thought she
because
could get away
even
with it.
attractive women who do that get criticized
Anyone.
for it.
But she thought she could get away with it because she thought she had so much confidence about her body and everyone knew about it. but just-
And that's what I'm saying is she's always had that. She always does, but she's playing into it because
Yeah.
she's getting such a wave of support from
the media.
and not even media, but the whole like, if you don't accept fat people, you're fat phobic. Weird fucking dynamic.
Which
That's
I ain't
the-
afraid
Oh,
of
that's
fat
a whole-
people. I
yeah.
lost my virginity due to a chubby lady. Okay, I definitely like the chubby side as well. So.
No, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should hate fat people, but I'm tired of us acting like we
Yeah,
should
but the whole-
celebrate
yeah.
it.
Well,
It's
and
not
the whole
something to
phobic
celebrate.
thing, like, with
it's
it-
something
with
to acknowledge,
everything.
like, hey, that's a natural thing, but we shouldn't commend people for being unhealthy. And I'm not gonna go too much farther in on it because I don't want our whole channel to get tanked for me being fat phobic. But I'm saying it's not something that should be
If our
celebrated.
channel gets tanked, it's not for you
Yeah, it's
being
not for-
fat.
Dude,
There's a lot
I
more
mean,
to
nah,
it.
bro. Yo, the guy,
Hey.
the host,
That's not the
the
reason.
guy
David's
who
right,
replaced
brother.
Alex Trebek on Jeopardy.
Oh, God.
He's
yeah.
basically lost his job because it came out on a podcast that he was making fat jokes.
Do you know where that dude was even from? What show he was from, Dom?
No.
The Bachelor.
Really?
It's not even joke.
I feel less bad for him now.
yeah.
But the fact that someone could be canceled because they made some fat jokes on a podcast, like, that's just so dumb to me.
Well, it's the whole fact that everyone takes such validity is probably not the right word, but stake in all the extra little things, and it's just too much. And also, everyone has a podcast, and like things aren't what everyone is making everything out to be. And a bizarre amount of examples. Like, people just need to fucking chill. And I think a lot of people are bored.
Well, no, and especially, I'm sorry, if you feel like you're being attacked because of your weight, unless it's something like you're being denied a career opportunity or someone is like straight insulting you.
Or you're Demi Lovato.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're
Call
not
back.
a victim. You're making yourself because that, I don't know, gives you some
What-
weird
wasn't that a
sense
drug
of
thing, though?
being. But like,
no, that's something else.
I think
that's
peop-
something else.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. I thought that was a.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say people get off on drama. I think people love to put themselves in situations where
That's
drama
all
can occur.
TMZ is. Bro.
Well, and it's a lot of people
Sure.
being offended on the behalf of other people.
There's a whole culture and money around
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
Like it's
TMZ,
Yeah.
MTV. Fuck, dude. Like,
no,
holy
and I can't
shit.
tell you how many times, like, in comments I've heard, like, legit, like, black people have to explain to, like, white women, like, yo, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but, like, chill
Stop.
the fuck out.
Yeah. Like, we
Like,
got this.
I don't need you. Like, you think you're defending me, but you're not.
Right.
Like, you trying to speak for me is more racist than you even realize.
Let me give you guys an example. There was someone on
That's pretty heavy.
Reddit, or no, he had submitted something into the Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast, and excuse me. Basically, it was a situation where he was at a party with friends, and like they, a good portion of them like knew him, like he was cool, and then obviously there's a bunch of randoms, but like the core of it was like cool friends, and something happened, something knocked over, I don't know, probably some drunk person spilt and whatever, and the dude who was Mexican, but he was American, but like he was Hispanic, he, as a good friend and a good party goer, grabbed stuff, started just cleaning up real quick, like the spilled drink or broken glass or whatever it was that it was. And this drunk white lady that was at the party was like, "Oh, you're making the Mexican clean up all this stuff, like da 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 da." And at first he was laughing about it because he found like the humor.
in it. Yeah.
Exactly, because he's cool. You know what I mean? He's like, he has no reason to feel threatened or whatever. And he had his friends there, but then instantly it became like a thing where the people were like being weird and like attacking like the lady who had said like something, and everyone else like felt a way about it, like trying to take the broom away from him to like clean it up, like, "Oh yeah, you're right, like he shouldn't." He's like, no, like this is my homie's house, like let me clean up, like it's just a joke, like don't apologize, don't yell at this lady for it, like that was funny. And then he was right with Bill Burr, he was like, did I miss something, like should I have like said something, and like now he's like questioning is like, am I really like Hispanic if I didn't like feel a way then? And I mean, Bill Burr, like, some of that, he was like, yo, like, you found the humor in it. That's good for you. Like, that means, like, first off, you should probably do some stand-up, because obviously you find the silver lining with things. And also, he's like, dude, if you weren't offended, like, that was such a bullshit thing for everyone to hop onto. Like, some little thing. Like, it was just a party foul that you were taking care of. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone loves to make nothing a thing.
It's like the attention of it.
Well, just to bring up with like comedy-wise, like if you got a controversial comedian, right? You're always trying to throw them some controversial things to try to see how they react. But in reality, it doesn't work out how you planned it to be. But,
Right.
I mean, everyone's just expecting a reaction, and that's all it is. And they just want to see how you react. And when you don't react the way that they want you to, that's when they flip their shit and like, "Oh, you're racist. You're a bigot." And it's just like, how?
Which racist is basically, as a white person, our N word.
Yeah.
Because then we automatically go into defense mode. Like, I'm not racist. Like, what do you say to that? Because you're like, I'm
no,
not.
I've learned.
What the fuck are you talking
and
about?
especially like I've had a thing where like someone said something and I commented on whatever, and I said the word female, and someone responded like with the tag like, "Oh, men who use the word female," and rather than even arguing with her, I just reacted to her like tag, because like I'm not even gonna get into it. Like, if you want to try to paint me as some woman hating person because I used the word female, that's your problem.
I had a girl break it down for me one time. Someone I was dating, actually. I don't know. We were just having some conversation, but I don't exactly remember how it came out. But she was breaking down like, well, the problem is it's not like female itself, because like male, female, like man, woman, like it's cool on surface, but typically after like with like female or like woman, like there's like a tense with it, and it's about to be something like degrading kind of emphasis.
Right?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
and I get that,
but
in the context of what I was using it with, it wasn't.
And she had also said like, like a lot of times like that thought is also kind of like stretched out a little bit further than what it truly is, because
exactly.
But for me, just in general, if anyone like tries to call me out on that, like, of course I'm gonna have self-reflection, be like, oh, was I really like that? But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna weigh into it. I'm not gonna get on that defensive side. If that's what you really think of me, I'm sorry that you do. I know who I am and what I am, and I'm not gonna go into this whole because I feel like if you go into that self-defense mode, that almost proves their point.
Yeah.
Have that mindset going into ISO plays, dog, because you're gonna have a lot of comments that say what you're not gonna like necessarily.
Oh, they're already coming through. We don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. So you just pay no mind to them, let them, fill out how they want to fill out, and then
When you react, you lose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the reaction that they want. That's all it is. And when you react, that's when you lose.
Yeah, you just gotta keep doing you.
Keep doing you, boo boo.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta pee.
Dude, I do
Same.
too.
Same.
All right. Well, if there's anything else anyone want to say,
I don't want to talk
yeah.
about the suffering. I think we can save that.
For another
Shelf it
time.
or
We are
yeah.
at 2.5 hours, so we're,
Oh, yeah.
we're sitting at a pretty
Alright.
good time.
I don't
Hell
wanna
yeah.
add
Is there
Well,
anything else you want to
guys,
get into?
I had a great time tonight.
Yeah, this is a good episode. It was tight.
that. Yeah, cheers to that. I think we should drink more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we
drink
got pizza
more.
on the
You
way.
want to do a shot real quick before we all get pee?
Yeah, let's do it. And
group
let's
shot?
Alright,
just shout
Let's
out
close out.
anyone who stuck around this long. We fucking love you.
Yeah.
Your life is valuable. It has meaning. And even if it doesn't, it's still fucking valuable.
Team Love Life.
Yeah.
Bazooka
Forever.
Shack.
Do,
Good
do,
day,
do, do.
gang, motherfuckers!
We out.
Take a slipping shot with us.
Peace.
Oh, Ace, you were such a good boy.
My very good boy. He missed you. I am missing a glass. A glass I am missing.
Mine.
Aha. You done?
Is this the school court? Basketball court?
Yes.
We could go after the pizza.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have shoes. God damn it. Okay,
What size do you wear?
I could maybe play in these.
No.
definitely play
What size do
those.
you wear? What size do you wear?
Like
Like an 11, 10, 12?
11,
Like
I think
11 would
like
be okay?
10 and a half.
Okay.
10 and a half, 11.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you shoes. I got you, son. I got you, brother.
Oh no, I can't be able to super late. Maybe we can play like an hour.
That's what I'm saying. Just
Yeah.
a game of 21. And so you guys witnessed me beat Dom because we're tied.
Oh, Jesus. No, this isn't gonna count.
What do you mean it's not going to count?
But for the general ego, for the shit talking, it holds a little weight. Woo! Good day, gang.